Have you ever wondered if that ordinary-looking nickel in your pocket could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and fellow treasure hunters, to another exciting episode where we uncover the hidden gems right under our noses. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable series of coins that could be sitting in your change jar right now. The remarkable 2015 Jefferson nickels that have collectors around the world opening their wallets and paying serious premium prices at auctions and coin shows nationwide. These aren't just ordinary 5-cent pieces. They could turn your everyday pocket change into serious money, worth far more than their face value, and in some cases reaching values that would make any collector's heart race with excitement. This video is packed with real market insights, current auction results, and everything you need to know about why smart collectors are hunting down these specific 2015 Jefferson nickels like they're made of pure gold. Let's uncover the treasure hiding in plain sight. The story of the 2015 Jefferson nickel begins with understanding the rich and storied history of the Jefferson nickel series itself, a coin that has been a cornerstone of American coinage for over 8 decades and continues to captivate collectors with its artistic beauty and historical significance. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel design that had graced American 5-cent pieces since 1913. And this transition marked a significant moment in American numismatic history as the nation moved toward honoring one of its most revered founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and primary author of the Declaration of Independence. The original design was created by Felix Schlag, a German-born American sculptor who won a national competition sponsored by the United States Mint, beating out hundreds of other talented artists with his classical and dignified portrayal of Jefferson that would become one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. Schlag's design featured a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, based on a sculpture by Jean-Antoine Houghton, and his Virginia home Monticello on the reverse, creating a perfect tribute to both the man and his architectural legacy that represents the ideals of American democracy and Enlightenment thinking. The 2015 Jefferson nickel represents a continuation of this proud tradition. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint facility, one of the most historically significant minting facilities in the United States, established in 1792 as the first official mint of the newly formed nation. The P Mint mark on these 2015 nickels indicates they were struck at the Philadelphia facility, and this mint mark carries special significance for collectors because Philadelphia has been the primary production center for American coinage for over 2 centuries, making any coin bearing the P Mint mark a piece of genuine American minting heritage. During 2015, the economic landscape in America was characterized by continued recovery from the Great Recession, with coin production reflecting the steady demand for circulating currency. As commerce expanded and the economy showed signs of robust growth, the Philadelphia Mint during this period was operating at near maximum capacity, producing millions of coins daily to meet the enormous demand from banks, businesses, and the general public. Yet despite this high production volume, certain 015 Jefferson nickels have emerged as highly sought-after collectibles due to various factors, including die varieties, minting errors, and superior preservation states that make them stand out from the millions of ordinary circulation strikes. The year 2015 also marked a significant period in numismatic history, as coin collecting experienced a renaissance, with new collectors entering the hobby and established collectors seeking to complete their sets with high-quality examples from this era. The United States Mint during this time period was utilizing advanced minting technology and quality control measures. Yet the very nature of high-volume coin production meant that interesting varieties and errors could still occur, creating opportunities for astute collectors to discover valuable specimens that would command premium prices in the secondary market. The historical context of 2015 also includes the continued popularity of the Jefferson nickel series among collectors, educators, and history enthusiasts who appreciate both the artistic merit of the design and its connection to one of America's most important historical figures, making any high-quality example from this year a desirable addition to collections focused on American history, presidential series, or complete typesets of United States coinage. The Philadelphia Mint's role in producing the 2015 P. Jefferson nickels cannot be understated, as this facility has been responsible for some of the most significant coins in American history, from the earliest federal coinage to modern commemoratives and bullion pieces that continue to set standards for quality and craftsmanship in the global minting industry. Understanding the historical background of these 2015 P. Jefferson nickels provides collectors with the foundation needed to appreciate why these coins have gained such prominence in today's active collecting market, where knowledge of history, rarity factors, and market dynamics combine to create opportunities for both seasoned numismatists and newcomers to the hobby who understand the value of acquiring quality examples of important American coinage. The design elements and unique features of the 2015 P. Jefferson nickel represent a masterpiece of American numismatic art that combines classical elegance with practical functionality, creating a coin that serves both as everyday currency and as a miniature work of art that honors one of our nation's most brilliant founding fathers. The obverse design features the iconic left-facing profile portrait of Thomas Jefferson, executed with remarkable detail and artistic skill that captures both the dignity and intellectual character of this remarkable historical figure who served as the third president of the United States from 1801 to 1809, and whose contributions to American democracy and philosophy continue to influence our nation today. This portrait is based on the famous sculpture created by Jean-Antoine Houdin, a French neoclassical sculptor who had the opportunity to create Jefferson's likeness from life, resulting in what many art historians consider one of the most accurate and compelling representations of Jefferson ever created. The artistic elements of Jefferson's portrait on the 2015 P. nickel include carefully rendered facial features that show the character lines and intellectual bearing of a man who was not only a political leader, but also an architect, inventor, philosopher, an educator who founded the University of Virginia, and whose personal library became the foundation of the Library of Congress. The hair detail in the portrait shows the period styling of the late 18th and early 19th centuries, while the facial expression conveys both strength and contemplation, perfectly capturing the essence of a man who penned some of the most important documents in human history, including the Declaration of Independence with its immortal words about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Surrounding Jefferson's portrait are the inscriptions that identify both the nation and the subject, with the United States of America forming an arc above the portrait, and liberty appearing to the left of Jefferson's neck, while the date 2015 is positioned to the right, creating a balanced and harmonious composition that follows classical principles of coin design that have been refined over centuries of numismatic tradition. The reverse design of the 2015 P. Jefferson nickel features Monticello, Jefferson's beloved Virginia plantation home, that he designed himself based on principles of neoclassical architecture, influenced by his studies of European buildings and his belief that architecture should reflect democratic ideals through simplicity, proportion, and functionality. Monticello appears as a detailed architectural rendering that shows the distinctive features of this UNESCO World Heritage Site, including the central dome that was revolutionary in American residential architecture, the column portico that reflects Jefferson's love of classical Greek and Roman design principles, and the balanced proportions that demonstrate his mathematical precision and artistic sensibility. The architectural details visible on the coin include the columns, windows, and roofline elements that make Monticello instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with American historical architecture, while the artistic treatment gives the building a sense of depth and dimension that makes it appear almost three-dimensional. Despite being struck in relief on a small placket measuring just 21.1 millimeters in diameter. Above Monticello appears the inscription E pluribus unum, the national motto meaning out of many, one, which perfectly captures the American ideal of unity and diversity that Jefferson championed throughout his political career and philosophical writings. Below the building is the denomination 5 cents, clearly identifying the coin's value, while Monticello appears in smaller letters to identify the specific building depicted, educating viewers about this important piece of American architectural history. The mint mark P on 2015 P Jefferson nickels appears to the right of Monticello, indicating production at the Philadelphia Mint, and this small letter carries significant meaning for collectors who understand that mint marks can greatly influence both rarity and value in the numismatic marketplace. The composition of the 2015 P Jefferson nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving the coin its distinctive appearance, weight, and durability characteristics that allow it to withstand the rigors of everyday circulation while maintaining its design details and overall integrity over extended periods of use. This composition was adopted in 1946 when the wartime silver composition was discontinued, returning the nickel to its traditional metallic content that provides the ideal balance of cost-effectiveness, durability, and aesthetic appeal that has made the Jefferson nickel one of the most successful coin designs in American history. The minting process for 2015 P Jefferson nickels involves sophisticated machinery and quality control procedures that ensure each coin meets strict specifications for weight, diameter, thickness, and design clarity, with multiple inspection points throughout the production process to maintain the high standards expected of United States coinage. The strike quality of 2015 P Jefferson nickels can vary significantly depending on factors such as die condition, placket preparation, and press settings, with the finest examples showing full design details, sharp edges, and lustrous surfaces that make them highly desirable to collectors who demand superior quality in their acquisitions. Coin grading for 2015 P Jefferson nickels follows the standard Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with circulated examples typically grading from good 4 to about uncirculated 58, while uncirculated examples range from mint state 60 to the perfect mint state 70 grade that represents absolute perfection in all aspects of preservation and strike quality. The surface characteristics of high-grade 2015 P Jefferson nickels include original mint luster that creates an attractive shimmering effect under proper lighting, while the color should exhibit the natural silver-white appearance of the copper nickel composition without any signs of environmental damage, cleaning, or artificial alteration that would detract from the coin's numismatic value. Toning on 2015 P Jefferson nickels can add character and appeal when it occurs naturally over time, with subtle golden, blue, or rainbow hues that enhance rather than detract from the coin's overall aesthetic appeal. Though collectors generally prefer examples that retain their original bright white surfaces that showcase the design details to maximum advantage. The edge of the 2015 P Jefferson nickel is plain, without any reading or lettering, which is consistent with the specifications that have been used for Jefferson nickels throughout most of the series history, and this plain edge design contributes to the coin's clean, uncluttered appearance that focuses attention on the artistic elements of the obverse and reverse designs rather than decorative edge treatments that might compete for visual attention. The rarity and collector demand for 2015 P Jefferson nickels represents a fascinating study in modern numismatics, where factors beyond simple mintage numbers determine which coins become highly sought after. Collectibles that command premium prices in the active marketplace where serious collectors compete for the finest available examples. The Philadelphia Mint produced a substantial quantity of Jefferson nickels in 2015, with official mintage figures showing 1 billion to 172,960,000 pieces struck for circulation, making this a relatively common date in terms of absolute numbers produced. Yet this high mintage figure tells only part of the story when it comes to understanding why certain 2015 P. Jefferson nickels have become valuable collectibles, worth far more than their 5-cent face value. The survival rate of high-quality 2015 P. Jefferson nickels in mint state condition is significantly lower than the original mintage might suggest, because the vast majority of these coins were released into circulation where they encountered the wear, damage, and environmental exposure that quickly transforms pristine mint state coins into circulated pieces with reduced numismatic value. Coins in circulation face numerous hazards, including contact with other coins, handling by the public, exposure to moisture and chemicals, mechanical damage from counting machines, and general wear from normal commercial use, all of which serve to reduce the population of high-grade survivors that collectors actively seek for their collections. Professional grading services such as Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) have certified relatively few 2015 P. Jefferson nickels in the highest mint state grades, particularly in MS66 and higher conditions where even minor imperfections can prevent a coin from achieving top grades that command the highest market premiums. The collector demand for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels stems from multiple factors, including typeset collectors who need a representative example from this year, date and mint mark collectors who seek to complete their Jefferson nickel collections, and variety specialists who hunt for die varieties, errors, and other numismatically interesting features that can make common dates into valuable rarities. Registry set collectors, who compete to assemble the finest possible collections as scored by professional grading services, create additional demand for the highest grade 2015 P. Jefferson nickels because these collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums for coins that help improve their overall set ratings and rankings within the competitive registry system. The modern coin market has also seen increased participation from investors who view high-grade examples of modern coins as potential store of value investments, particularly when those coins are certified by reputable grading services and show strong price performance over time, creating additional bidding pressure that drives prices higher for the finest available examples. Condition rarity plays a crucial role in determining the value of 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, because while millions were produced, finding examples in pristine mint state condition requires careful searching through large quantities of circulated coins or acquiring coins that were preserved immediately after production by collectors or dealers who recognize their potential future value. The concept of condition rarity explains why a 2015 P. Jefferson nickel in average circulated condition might be worth only face value, while the same coin in perfect mint state condition could be worth hundreds of times more due to the dramatic difference in availability between common circulated examples and rare high-grade survivors. Market dynamics for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels are influenced by broader trends in the numismatic marketplace, including the overall health of the coin collecting hobby, the performance of precious metals markets, general economic conditions that affect discretionary spending on collectibles, and the specific popularity of the Jefferson nickel series among collectors of all experience levels and financial capabilities. Auction results for high-grade 2015 P. Jefferson nickels have shown strong price performance, with examples in MS67 and higher grades commanding prices that represent substantial multiples of face value, demonstrating that knowledgeable collectors recognize the rarity and desirability of truly exceptional examples from this otherwise common date. The international collector market also contributes to demand for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, as collectors around the world seek examples of American coinage for their collections. And the Jefferson nickel series has particular appeal due to its historical significance, artistic merit, and the universal recognition of Thomas Jefferson as one of history's most important champions of human liberty, and democratic government. Online marketplaces and auction platforms have made it easier than ever for collectors to locate and acquire 2015 P. Jefferson nickels. But they have also increased competition for the finest examples, as collectors no longer need to rely solely on local coin shops and coin shows to find the specific coins. They need to complete their collections or upgrade existing holdings. The grading and authentication aspects of 2015 P. Jefferson nickels involve sophisticated processes that help collectors and investors make informed decisions about the coins they acquire, with professional grading services providing expert opinions about condition, authenticity, and any special characteristics that might affect value in the numismatic marketplace. Understanding how to properly evaluate and grade 2015 P. Jefferson nickels requires knowledge of the specific criteria used to assess mint state coins, including factors such as strike quality, surface preservation, eye appeal, and freedom from contact marks or other impairments that can reduce a coin's numerical grade and market value. The Sheldon grading scale used for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels provides a standardized framework for describing coin condition, with mint state grades beginning at MS60 for coins that show no wear, but may have significant contact marks or other quality issues, progressing through MS61, MS62, MS63, MS64, MS65, MS66, MS67, MS68, MS69, and finally MS70 for coins that exhibit perfection in all respects, including strike, surfaces, and overall eye appeal. Circulated grades for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels include good 4 through good 6 for heavily worn examples, where major design elements are visible but details are worn smooth. Very good 8 and very good 10 for coins showing moderate wear with most major features clear. Fine 12 and fine 15 for examples with light to moderate wear, where all major design elements are sharp. Very fine 20, very fine 25, very fine 30, and very fine 35 for coins showing only slight wear on the highest points. Extremely fine 40 and extremely fine 45 for coins with minimal wear that appears only on the very highest design points, and about uncirculated 50, about uncirculated 53, about uncirculated 55, and about uncirculated 58 for coins that retain most of their original mint luster but show slight friction or wear that prevents them from achieving mint state status. The specific grading criteria for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels focus on key areas of the design that are prone to contact marks and wear, including Jefferson's cheek and jawline on the obverse, the steps of Monticello on the reverse, and the overall preservation of the coin's original mint luster. That gives uncirculated examples their distinctive appearance and appeal to collectors who demand superior quality in their acquisitions. Professional authentication services play a crucial role in the 2015 P. Jefferson nickel market by providing expert opinions about genuineness, grade, and any alterations or problems that might affect a coin's value, with their tamper-evident holders providing confidence to buyers and sellers in the secondary market, where counterfeiting and alteration can be significant concerns. The authentication process involves multiple examinations using various techniques, including visual inspection under controlled lighting conditions, measurement of physical specifications, such as weight and diameter, and sometimes advanced scientific analysis to detect alterations, cleaning, or other modifications that might not be immediately apparent to casual observation. Counterfeit detection for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels involves understanding the specific characteristics of genuine coins, including the correct composition, weight, dimensions, and design details that counterfeiters often struggle to replicate accurately. Though the relatively low individual value of most 2015 P nickels makes counterfeiting less of a concern than it is for higher denomination or more valuable coins, the importance of proper storage and handling cannot be overstated. when it comes to preserving the condition and value of 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, because even minor mishandling can result in contact marks, fingerprints, or other damage that significantly reduces a coin's grade and market value, making proper numismatic storage essential for anyone serious about collecting these coins. Recommended storage methods for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels include coin holders, albums, or certified grading service slabs that protect the coins from physical contact, environmental contamination, and handling damage while still allowing for easy viewing and appreciation of the coin's artistic and historical significance. The identification and collecting tips for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels encompass a comprehensive understanding of what to look for when searching for these coins, how to evaluate their condition and authenticity, where to find the best examples, and how to build a meaningful collection that provides both educational value and potential financial appreciation over time. When searching for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, collectors should focus on understanding how to identify the mint mark, which appears as a small P to the right of Monticello on the reverse of the coin, distinguishing Philadelphia mint production from coins struck at other United States mint facilities during the same year. The mint mark identification is crucial because collectors often focus on specific mint mark varieties, and the P mint mark has particular significance as it represents production at the original United States mint facility that has been in continuous operation since 1792 and has produced some of the most historically significant coins in American numismatic history. Condition assessment for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels requires careful examination of the coins surfaces under proper lighting conditions, looking for signs of wear, contact marks, hairlines, or other imperfections that affect the coin's grade and value, with particular attention paid to the high points of the design where first appears and where contact marks are most visible and detrimental to overall eye appeal. The adverse areas to examine most carefully include Jefferson's cheek, jaw, and hair details, where even slight friction or contact marks can prevent a coin from achieving the highest mint state grades that command premium prices in today's competitive marketplace where condition is paramount to value realization. On the reverse, collectors should pay special attention to the steps of Monticello, the roofline, and the columns, as these areas are prone to contact marks during the minting process and can show wear quickly when coins enter circulation, making well-preserved examples significantly more valuable than those showing even minor imperfections. In these critical areas, original mint luster is one of the most important factors in determining the value of uncirculated 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, and collectors should learn to recognize the distinctive cartwheel effect created by the mint's striking process, which gives genuine uncirculated coins their characteristic shimmering appearance that cannot be replicated through cleaning or other artificial enhancement methods. Color evaluation is also important, as 2015 P. Jefferson nickels should exhibit the natural silver-white color of the copper-nickel composition, and any unusual coloration might indicate environmental damage, cleaning, or other factors that could affect the coin's authenticity or numismatic value in ways that are not immediately apparent to inexperienced collectors. Toning, when it occurs naturally over time, can actually enhance the appeal and value of 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, particularly when it displays attractive rainbow colors or subtle golden hues that add character without obscuring design details. Though collectors should be cautious of artificially induced toning that might indicate improper storage or deliberate alteration attempts. Authentication techniques for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels include verifying the correct weight of 5.0 grams, diameter of 21.1 millimeters, and thickness of 1.95 millimeters, as counterfeit coins often fail to match these precise specifications that are carefully controlled during the official minting process at United States mint facilities. The edge examination can also provide authentication clues, as genuine 2015 P. Jefferson nickels should have plain edges without reading, and any deviation from the standard specification might indicate a counterfeit or altered coin that should be examined more carefully by qualified experts before any significant financial commitment is made. Building a collection of 2015 P. Jefferson nickels can be approached in several ways, depending on the collector's interests, budget, and long-term goals, with some collectors focusing on acquiring a single high-quality example for typeset purposes, while others might seek multiple examples in different grades. To show the full range of preservation levels found in this issue, collectors interested in variety collecting should research known die varieties for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, as minor differences in die preparation, polishing, or wear can create collectible varieties that are worth significantly more than normal examples. Making careful examination and research essential skills for anyone serious about maximizing the potential value of their collecting efforts. The importance of provenance and documentation cannot be overlooked when collecting 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, particularly for higher grade examples where the source and history of the coin can provide valuable information about its authenticity and condition. With coins from reputable dealers, estate collections, or well-documented sources generally preferred over examples with uncertain origins or questionable handling histories. Professional grading and certification through services like PCGS or NGC provides numerous advantages for 2015 P. Jefferson nickel collectors, including expert authentication, precise grade determination, protective storage, and enhanced marketability should the collector later decide to sell their coins, making the certification process a worthwhile investment for valuable examples. Despite the additional cost involved, the certification process involves submitting coins to the grading service, along with appropriate fees, after which experts examine each coin and assign grades based on standardized criteria, then encapsulate approved coins in tamper-evident holders that provide long-term protection while allowing easy viewing and verification of the coin's authenticity and condition. Market research is essential for anyone collecting 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, as understanding current price trends, auction results, and market demand helps collectors make informed decisions about when to buy, what prices to pay, and how to recognize exceptional opportunities that might not be immediately apparent to less informed market participants. Online resources including auction archives, price guides, dealer websites, and collector forums provide valuable information about 2015 P. Jefferson nickel values and market trends, though collectors should always verify information from multiple sources and consult with experienced professionals before making significant purchases or sales. Networking with other collectors through local coin clubs, online forums, and numismatic organizations provides access to knowledge, buying opportunities, and market insights that can significantly enhance the collecting experience, while helping to avoid common mistakes that can prove costly for inexperienced collectors who lack access to expert guidance and market intelligence. The storage and preservation requirements for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels demand attention to environmental factors, including temperature, humidity, light exposure, and air quality, all of which can affect the long-term condition and value of coins if not properly controlled through appropriate storage methods and regular monitoring of storage conditions. Professional quality coin albums, holders, and storage boxes designed specifically for numismatic applications provide the best protection for 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, offering physical protection from handling damage while maintaining stable environmental conditions that prevent deterioration from chemical reactions, moisture fluctuations, or other environmental hazards that commonly affect improperly stored coins. The insurance and security considerations for valuable 2015 P. Jefferson nickel collections require careful attention to protecting both the physical coins and their financial value through appropriate insurance coverage, secure storage arrangements, and documentation that would support insurance claims in the event of theft, loss, or damage to the collection. Photography and record keeping for 2015 P. Jefferson nickel collection serves multiple purposes, including insurance documentation, condition monitoring over time, and creating records that enhance the collection's provenance and value with high quality images and detailed descriptions, providing valuable documentation that can be crucial for authentication, insurance, and future sale purposes. The educational aspects of collecting 2015 P. Jefferson nickels extend far beyond the coins themselves, encompassing American history, numismatic knowledge, economic understanding, and appreciation for the artistic and technical achievements represented by modern United States coinage, making the hobby both personally enriching and intellectually stimulating for participants of all ages and backgrounds. Stay tuned, because this is one coin that collectors are chasing with serious passion and big money. And if you happen to have a high-grade 2015 P. Jefferson nickel in your possession, consider yourself fortunate, because you're holding a piece of American numismatic history that represents both artistic achievement and potential financial opportunity in today's active collecting market. These coins are not just historical artifacts representing our nation's heritage and the legacy of Thomas Jefferson. They are valuable assets that smart collectors and investors are adding to their portfolios as both hedge against inflation and appreciation for the enduring appeal of quality numismatic material that has proven its worth over decades of market performance. In today's active auction market, collectors are willing to pay premium prices for the finest examples of 2015 P. Jefferson nickels, particularly those certified by professional grading services, in mint state condition with superior eye appeal and technical quality that sets them apart from the millions of average examples that pass through commerce without recognition of their potential numismatic significance. If you're a collector or investor looking to add meaningful pieces to your portfolio, now is the perfect time to consider acquiring high-quality examples of 2015 P. Jefferson nickels before market recognition drives prices even higher. As experienced collectors understand that today's common dates often become tomorrow's key issues, when condition, rarity, and collector demand intersect in ways that create exceptional opportunities for those with the knowledge and foresight to act decisively. Check your change, dig through your drawers, search through old coin collections, and examine any Jefferson nickels you might have overlooked, because you never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by someone with the knowledge and enthusiasm to recognize their true potential. In today's dynamic numismatic marketplace, where condition and quality command respect and premium prices from serious collectors worldwide, next 2006 D. Jefferson nickel what I'm about to reveal could completely change how you look at your loose change forever. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and fellow treasure hunters, to another incredible journey into the fascinating world of American numismatics. Today we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet tremendously valuable coins in modern American history, the remarkable 2006 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that could turn ordinary pocket change into thousands of dollars and transform your everyday coin hunting into a legitimate investment opportunity worth serious money. In today's booming collector market, this video is packed with real market insights, authentic auction results, and collector secrets that can help you identify a fortune hiding right in your change jar. So let's uncover these incredible treasures together and discover exactly why savvy collectors and investors are paying premium prices for these seemingly ordinary 5-cent pieces. The story of the 2006 D. Jefferson nickel begins with understanding the complete evolution of America's 5-cent piece, a journey that spans over the centuries of American monetary history and represents one of the most significant chapters in numismatic collecting that continues to generate massive profits for informed collectors and investors who understand the market dynamics driving these extraordinary values. The Jefferson nickel series itself was introduced in 1938 replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel series that had captured America's imagination for over 2 decades. And this transition marked a pivotal moment in American coinage that would establish Thomas Jefferson as the permanent face of America's 5-cent denomination, honoring the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence, whose legacy continues to influence American currency design even today. The original Jefferson nickel design was created by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, who won a nationwide design competition sponsored by the United States Mint, beating out over 390 other submissions with his elegant portrayal of Jefferson. That would become one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history and establish the foundation for what would eventually become the highly collectible 2006D Jefferson nickel that we're exploring in incredible detail today. However, the specific year 2006 holds tremendous significance in Jefferson nickel history because it represents the continuation of the Westward Journey nickel series that began in 2004, commemorating the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition that Jefferson commissioned as president, and this special series created unprecedented collector interest that continues to drive market values higher with each passing year, as more collectors recognize the historical importance and limited availability of these remarkable coins. The Denver Mint facility, indicated by the distinctive D Mint mark found on our featured 2006D Jefferson nickel, has a rich history dating back to 1906 when it was established to serve the mining regions of the American West, and today the Denver Mint stands as one of the most prolific coin production facilities in the world, producing billions of coins annually, including the specific 2006D Jefferson nickels that are creating such excitement in today's numismatic marketplace. The year 2006 was particularly significant in American economic history, as the country was experiencing steady economic growth, low unemployment rates, and increasing consumer confidence, factors that contributed to higher coin circulation and subsequently affected the survival rates of these nickels in various conditions, making high-grade examples increasingly scarce and valuable for today's discriminating collectors, who understand that economic context directly impacts coin rarity and market values. During this period, the United States Mint was implementing advanced striking techniques and quality control measures that resulted in exceptionally well-struck coins with sharp details and superior surface quality, characteristics that are now highly prized by collectors and professional grading services who assign premium grades to coins exhibiting these superior production qualities that translate directly into significantly higher market values at auction and private sales. The Denver Mint's production capacity in 2006 was operating at near maximum efficiency, utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and skilled personnel to produce coins that met the highest standards of the United States Mint, and this attention to detail and quality control has resulted in 2006D Jefferson nickels that showcase exceptional strike quality, sharp design details, and superior surface preservation that collectors actively seek and pay premium prices to acquire for their collections. The economic climate of 2006 also influenced collector behavior, as increasing numbers of Americans were becoming interested in coin collecting as both a hobby and investment opportunity, driven by rising precious metal prices, increased awareness of coin values, and growing recognition that numismatic collecting could provide both personal satisfaction and significant financial returns for those who developed expertise in identifying valuable coins and understanding market trends. The specific production techniques employed at the Denver Mint during 2006 included advanced die preparation methods, precise striking pressure calibration, and enhanced quality control inspections that resulted in coins with exceptional detail, sharpness, consistent strike quality, and minimal production defects, characteristics that are now recognized by professional grading services and reflected in the premium prices these coins command. In today's active secondary market where collectors compete intensely for the finest examples available. Understanding the historical context of 2006 also requires recognizing the technological advances in coin production that were being implemented during this period, including computerized die engraving, automated striking equipment, and sophisticated quality control systems that produce coins with unprecedented consistency and quality. Factors that contribute significantly to the current market values and collector demand for these remarkable pieces that represent the pinnacle of modern American coin production techniques and artistic excellence. The unique features and exceptional design elements of the 2006 D. Jefferson nickel make this coin a standout example of American numismatic artistry that combines historical significance with exceptional technical execution, creating a collecting opportunity that appeals to both casual enthusiasts and serious investors who recognize the intrinsic value and market potential of these remarkable 5-cent pieces. The obverse design of the 2006 D. Jefferson nickel features the classic Felix Schlag portrait of Thomas Jefferson that has become synonymous with American 5-cent pieces. But the 2006 version showcases enhanced detail clarity and striking precision that sets it apart from earlier production years and makes it particularly attractive to collectors who appreciate superior coin artistry and technical excellence in their acquisitions. The Jefferson portrait on the 2006 D nickel displays extraordinary detail in the facial features, hair texture, and clothing elements, with each strand of Jefferson's hair individually defined and the subtle modeling of his facial structure clearly visible under magnification, demonstrating the advanced die engraving techniques and superior striking capabilities that were employed by the Denver Mint during this exceptional production year. The word Liberty appears prominently along the left rim of the coin, rendered in bold, clear lettering that shows no signs of weakness or incomplete striking, while the motto "In God We Trust" is positioned to the right of Jefferson's portrait, in smaller but equally sharp lettering that demonstrates the precision and care taken during the production process to ensure every design element meets the highest standards of numismatic excellence. The date 2006 appears below Jefferson's portrait in large, bold numerals that are fully struck and clearly defined, with no signs of the weak or incomplete date strikes that can affect the collectability and market value of coins from other years, making the 2006 D. Jefferson nickel particularly appealing to collectors who insist on coins with complete, sharp date displays that enhance both the aesthetic appeal and numismatic value of their holdings. The D Mint mark, indicating production at the Denver Mint, is located to the right of Jefferson's portrait near the rim, and this mint mark is consistently well struck and clearly defined onto 006 D. Jefferson nickels, making authentication straightforward for collectors and ensuring that these coins can be easily identified and properly attributed when building complete date and mint mark sets that are highly valued. In today's competitive collecting market, the reverse design of the 2006 D. Jefferson nickel features the iconic Monticello design that was restored for this year after the special Westward Journey designs of 2004 and 2005. And this return to the classic Monticello reverse created tremendous collector interest as enthusiasts sought to acquire examples of this renewed design that represented both tradition and continuity in American coinage history. The Monticello building depicted on the reverse shows extraordinary architectural detail, with each column individually defined, the pediment clearly articulated, and the dome structure displaying the subtle modeling and depth that characterizes superior coin engraving and striking techniques, making the 2006 D. Jefferson nickel a masterpiece of numismatic art that appeals to collectors who appreciate both historical significance and artistic excellence in their coin acquisitions. The inscription Monticello appears below the building in clear, well-defined lettering, while a pluribus unum marks across the top of the coin in elegant script that demonstrates the attention to detail and artistic sensitivity that went into every aspect of this coin's design and production. creating a harmonious composition that pleases both the eye and the discriminating collector who values superior numismatic artistry. The denomination 5 cents appears prominently at the bottom of the reverse, flanked by decorative flourishes that add artistic elegance to the overall design composition. And these elements are consistently well struck onto 006D Jefferson nickels, contributing to their reputation for exceptional quality and their appeal to collectors who demand coins with complete, sharp design details that enhance both beauty and market value. The composition of the 2006D Jefferson nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the same alloy combination that has been used for Jefferson nickels since 1946, when the wartime silver composition was discontinued, and this durable alloy provides excellent striking characteristics and superior surface preservation. That contributes to the exceptional appearance and longevity of these coins under normal storage and handling conditions. The weight specification of 5.000 grams and diameter of 21.2 millimeters for the 2006D Jefferson nickel conforms exactly to the standards established for the series, and these precise specifications ensure consistent striking quality and uniform appearance that appeals to collectors who value technical accuracy and standardization in their numismatic acquisitions, factors that contribute directly to market acceptance and value appreciation over time. The edge of the 2006D Jefferson nickel is plain, without reading or other decorative elements, which is consistent with the series standards and provides a clean, professional appearance that complements the overall design aesthetic while eliminating potential production variables that could affect striking quality or creating consistencies that might impact collector appeal and market valuations. Strike quality assessment for 2006D Jefferson nickels reveals consistently superior production standards that result in coins with sharp design details, complete rim definition, and minimal striking defects, characteristics that are highly valued by collectors and professional grading services who assign premium grades to coins, exhibiting these superior production qualities that translate directly into higher market values and increase collector demand. The surface quality of typical 2006D Jefferson nickels displays the characteristic luster and surface texture associated with nickel-copper alloy coins, with many examples showing attractive mint luster that ranges from satiny to semi-brilliant, depending on the specific striking conditions and post-production handling. And this luster quality is a key factor in determining grade assignments and market values for individual coins in today's competitive collecting environment. Color variations in 2006D Jefferson nickels can range from bright silver gray to subtle golden toning, with some examples developing attractive patina over time that enhances their aesthetic appeal and collector desirability, particularly among enthusiasts who appreciate the natural aging characteristics that occur in nickel-copper alloy coins and add character and individuality to each specimen in their collections. Condition grading for 2006D Jefferson nickels follows the standard Sheldon 70-point grading scale used throughout the numismatic industry, with grades ranging from about good 3 for heavily worn examples to mint state 70 for perfect specimens. And understanding these grading standards is essential for collectors who want to make informed purchasing decisions and build collections that will appreciate in value over time as market demand continues to grow. Very good 8 examples of 2006D Jefferson nickels show moderate wear, with Jefferson's portrait still clearly visible and major design elements identifiable, though fine details may be somewhat softened, and these coins typically represent entry-level collecting opportunities for budget-conscious enthusiasts who want to participate in Jefferson nickel collecting without making substantial financial commitments, while still acquiring historically significant pieces. Fine 12 to 006D Jefferson nickels display a light to moderate wear, with all major design elements clearly visible and most fine details still discernible under close examination, making these coins attractive to intermediate collectors who want higher quality examples than very good specimens but prefer to avoid the premium prices associated with strictly uncirculated material in today's active secondary market. Very fine 20 examples show only slight wear on the highest points of the design, with most fine details still sharp and clearly defined. And these coins represent excellent collecting opportunities for enthusiasts who appreciate superior quality, while maintaining reasonable acquisition costs that make building complete sets financially feasible. For most collectors with moderate budgets and discriminating tastes, extremely fine 40-006D Jefferson nickels exhibit minimal wear with all design details sharp and clearly defined, slight friction on the highest points, an overall appearance that closely approaches uncirculated quality, making these coins highly desirable for collectors who want near-mint quality examples without paying the premium prices commanded by strictly uncirculated specimens. In today's competitive marketplace, about uncirculated 50 examples show no visible wear under normal viewing conditions, but may display slight friction or light handling marks that prevent assignment of full uncirculated grades. And these coins offer excellent value for collectors who want high-quality examples that closely approximate mint condition, while avoiding the significant price premiums associated with certified mint state specimens. Uncirculated grades for 006D Jefferson nickels begin at MS60 for coins with full mint luster, but noticeable contact marks or other minor imperfections, progressing through MS63 for choice specimens with fewer marks and better overall eye appeal, to MS65 for gem quality coins with minimal marks and exceptional luster that command significant premiums in today's quality-conscious collecting market, where condition is the primary value determinant. MS67 and higher grade 006D Jefferson nickels are considered superb specimens, with virtually perfect surfaces, exceptional luster, and outstanding eye appeal that places them in the top tier of collectible coins. And these premium quality examples command substantial prices at auction and private sales as discriminating collectors compete for the finest available specimens to crown their collections with truly exceptional pieces. Professional grading services such as Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) play a crucial role in the 2006D Jefferson nickel market by providing third-party authentication and grade certification that gives buyers confidence in their purchases and establishes standardized quality benchmarks that facilitate fair market pricing and enable collectors to make informed acquisition decisions based on objective, professional assessments. The rarity and collector demand analysis for 2006D Jefferson nickels reveals fascinating market dynamics that make these coins increasingly attractive to both casual collectors and serious investors who recognize the potential for significant value appreciation as market awareness grows and available supplies diminish. Through collector accumulation and long-term holding by knowledgeable enthusiasts who understand numismatic market trends. Original mintage figures for the 2006D Jefferson nickel totaled 809,280 pieces according to official United States Mint records, which might initially suggest common availability, but this raw production number fails to account for the complex factors that determine actual collectible rarity, including circulation losses, damage from normal use, melting from metal content, and the natural attrition that affects all circulating coinage over time and reduces the population of collectible quality specimens available to today's active market. Survival rate analysis indicates that while large quantities of 2006D Jefferson nickels entered circulation upon release, the number of specimens that have surviving collectible condition represents only a small fraction of the original mintage, particularly in higher grades where the population decreases dramatically as grade standards increase, creating genuine scarcity for quality-conscious collectors who demand superior examples for their collections and are willing to pay premium prices to acquire them. The concept of condition rarity is particularly relevant to 006D Jefferson nickels, because while circulated examples remain relatively available, high-grade uncirculated specimens are becoming increasingly difficult to locate as more collectors recognize their value and remove them from circulation permanently, creating an ever-diminishing supply of premium quality coins. That drives market value steadily higher as demand continues to exceed available inventory. Collector demand for 006D Jefferson nickels has been steadily increasing over the past several years, as more numismatists recognize the historical significance of the year 006. In Jefferson nickel series development, the superior production quality achieved by the Denver Mint during this period, and the potential for significant value appreciation as these coins mature in the secondary market and develop the patina of age that enhances their collectible appeal. The specific appeal of Denver Mint coins among collectors stems from the facility's reputation for superior production standards, consistent quality control, and the historical significance of the Denver Mint in American coinage history, factors that create additional collector interest beyond the inherent appeal of the Jefferson nickel series itself, and contribute to premium pricing for D-Mint specimens in today's competitive collecting environment where mint mark collecting has become increasingly sophisticated and specialized. Set completion importance cannot be overstated when analyzing collector demand for 006D Jefferson nickels, as serious collectors who are building complete date and mint mark sets of Jefferson nickels recognize that every date and mint mark combination is essential for achieving their collecting goals, and this creates consistent, sustained demand that supports market values and ensures continued collector interest, regardless of short-term market fluctuations or economic conditions. Typeset collectors who focus on acquiring representative examples of major American coin series also contribute to demand for 006D Jefferson nickels, as these coins represent modern Jefferson nickel production at its finest and provide excellent examples of contemporary American coinage artistry and technical achievement. That type collectors value for both historical significance and aesthetic appeal in their carefully curated collections. Registries set competition among collectors who submit their coins for professional grading and compete for recognition in PCGS and NGC registry programs, has created additional demand for high-grade 006D Jefferson nickels as participants seek the finest available examples to maximize their set scores and achieve top rankings, driving prices higher for premium quality specimens and creating a sustained market for exceptional coins that meet the exacting standards of competitive collectors. Investment potential recognition has grown significantly as more financial advisors and investment professionals acknowledge the track record of rare coins as alternative investments that can provide portfolio diversification and hedge against inflation. And 006D Jefferson nickels in superior condition represent accessible entry points into numismatic investing that don't require the substantial capital commitments associated with classic rarities while still offering genuine appreciation. Potential for informed investors. Comparison analysis with other years and mint marks in the Jefferson nickel series reveals that 2006D specimens often trade at premium levels relative to coins from adjacent years, reflecting collector recognition of their superior quality and the specific historical significance of 2006 as a transitional year in the series development. Factors that have created sustainable market support and consistent value appreciation that outpaces many other modern issues in the series. International collector interest in American coins, including 2006D Jefferson nickels, has expanded significantly in recent years as global numismatic markets have become more interconnected and collectors worldwide have gained appreciation for the artistry and historical significance of United States coinage, creating additional demand sources that support market values and provide price stability, even during periods of economic uncertainty or domestic market volatility. The role of professional grading services in establishing and maintaining market values for 2006D Jefferson nickels cannot be understated, as PCGS and NGC certification provides the authentication and grade standardization that enables efficient market operations and gives collectors confidence in their purchases, while population reports from these services help establish rarity rankings and market positioning that guides pricing decisions for dealers, collectors, and investors who rely on this data for market analysis. Market trend analysis over the past 5 years shows consistent appreciation in values for high-grade 2006D Jefferson nickels, with particularly strong performance in MS65 and higher grades, where scarcity factors become more pronounced and collector competition intensifies, creating price momentum that has attracted attention from both traditional collectors and investment-oriented buyers who recognize the potential for continued appreciation as awareness grows and supplies diminish. The identification and collecting tips for 2006D Jefferson nickels are essential knowledge for anyone serious about building a valuable collection or identifying potential treasures in their existing coin holdings, and mastering these identification techniques can mean the difference between overlooking valuable coins and recognizing genuine opportunities that could significantly enhance both the quality and value of your numismatic investments. Primary identification begins with locating the distinctive D Mint mark that identifies coins produced at the Denver Mint. And on 2006D Jefferson nickels, this mint mark appears to the right of Jefferson's portrait on the obverse side of the coin, positioned near the rim in a location where it is clearly visible under normal lighting conditions and can be easily distinguished from similar coins produced at other mint facilities. During the same year, the date 2006 appears prominently below Jefferson's portrait and should be clearly legible, with all 4 digits fully struck and well-defined, as weak or incomplete date strikes can significantly impact both the collectability and market value of the coin. Making careful examination of date quality an essential part of the identification and evaluation process for anyone considering acquiring these coins for their collection or investment portfolio. Design verification requires confirming that the coin displays the correct obverse and reverse designs for 2006, including the Felix Schlag Jefferson portrait on the front and the restored Monticello design on the back, as opposed to the special Westward Journey designs used in 2004 and 2005. And this design confirmation is crucial for proper identification, since collectors specifically seek the 2006 coins, with the classic Monticello reverse that marked the return to traditional Jefferson nickel designs. Condition assessment techniques for 2006D Jefferson nickels involve systematic examination of key areas where wear typically appears first, including Jefferson's cheekbone and hair details on the obverse, and the steps and columns of Monticello on the reverse, and developing proficiency in recognizing these wear patterns enables collectors to accurately assess condition and assign approximate grades that are essential for determining market values and making informed purchasing decisions. Surface quality evaluation requires careful examination under proper lighting conditions to assess factors such as mint luster, contact marks, surface abrasions, and any environmental damage that might affect the coin's grade and market appeal. And learning to recognize the difference between acceptable handling marks and more serious defects that can significantly impact value is a crucial skill for anyone serious about Jefferson nickel collecting at any level. Authentication considerations are increasingly important in today's market, where counterfeiting has become more sophisticated, and genuine 2006D Jefferson nickels should display the correct weight of 5.00 grams, proper diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and the characteristic magnetic properties of the nickel-copper alloy composition, while counterfeit specimens often exhibit weight, dimension, or magnetic response variations that can be detected through careful physical examination and testing. Storage and preservation recommendations for 006D Jefferson nickels are critical for maintaining their condition and protecting their long-term value. And proper storage involves using appropriate holders such as coin flips, capsules, or albums that protect the coin surfaces from contact, contamination, and environmental damage while allowing for safe viewing and handling when necessary for examination or display purposes. Environmental factors that can damage 006D Jefferson nickels include exposure to moisture, temperature fluctuations, acidic materials, and atmospheric pollutants, and implementing proper storage protocols that control these environmental variables is essential for preserving coin condition and maintaining market value over extended periods, particularly for higher-grade specimens where even minor surface changes can significantly impact grade assignments and market pricing. Professional grading benefits for 006D Jefferson nickels include third-party authentication that confirms genuineness, standardized grade assignments that facilitate market transactions, protective encapsulation that preserves coin condition, and population data that helps establish rarity and market positioning, making professional grading a worthwhile investment for higher value specimens that justify the certification costs through enhanced marketability and premium pricing. The professional grading process involves submission of coins to recognized grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, where expert graders examine each coin under controlled conditions using standardized criteria to assign accurate grades that reflect condition, authenticity, and market acceptance. And this professional assessment provides the credibility and standardization that serious collectors and investors require for making significant acquisition decisions. Anti-counterfeiting measures for 006D Jefferson nickels include verification of correct specifications such as weight, diameter, and magnetic properties, examination of design details for accuracy and quality consistency, and comparison with known authentic examples to identify any variations that might suggest counterfeiting. And developing expertise in these authentication techniques is essential for anyone planning to make significant investments in Jefferson nickel collecting. Market sources for acquiring 006D Jefferson nickels include local coin dealers, who can provide personal service and immediate inspection opportunities, online platforms that offer broader selection but require careful attention to seller reputation, and return policies, coin shows and conventions that provide opportunities to examine multiple examples and interact directly with knowledgeable dealers and collectors, and auction houses that offer certified specimens with detailed descriptions, and professional photography that enables informed bidding decisions. Selling strategies for 006D Jefferson nickels depend on factors such as condition, certification status, and market timing, with options including local dealers for immediate liquidity, but potentially lower prices, online platforms for broader market exposure, but higher fees and shipping considerations, auction houses for maximum price realization on premium specimens, and direct collector-to-collector sales that can provide optimal pricing for both parties while eliminating dealer margins and fees. Building complete sets and collections of Jefferson nickels provides a systematic approach to collecting that creates synergies and enhance value through set completion premiums, and incorporating 006D Jefferson nickels into comprehensive collecting strategies maximizes their potential contribution to overall collection value, while providing the satisfaction and educational benefits that come from understanding the complete series development and historical context that makes each date and mint mark combination significant. Advanced collecting strategies might include focus on specific grade levels, such as building a complete set in MS65 condition, specializing in particular mint marks or date ranges that offer specific market opportunities, or concentrating on varieties and errors that provide additional collecting challenges and potential value appreciation for specialists who develop expertise in these more advanced areas. of Jefferson nickel collecting that require greater knowledge and market understanding. Consider yourself incredibly fortunate if you discover a high-grade to 006D Jefferson nickel in your change because you're holding a coin. That represents the pinnacle of modern American mint production, combines significant historical importance with exceptional artistic merit, and offers genuine investment potential in today's active numismatic marketplace, where informed collectors are recognizing these coins as undervalued opportunities that could provide substantial returns for those wise enough to acquire and preserve the finest available examples. These coins are not just historical artifacts commemorating America's third president and his architectural legacy at Monticello. They are valuable assets that represent the intersection of American history, numismatic artistry, and investment opportunity in a single, affordable package that makes building wealth through coin collecting accessible to everyone, regardless of budget constraints or collecting experience. In today's dynamic auction market where record prices are being set regularly for quality American coins, 206D Jefferson nickels in superior condition are positioned to benefit from the same collector enthusiasm and investment recognition that has driven values higher across all segments of the numismatic marketplace, making now the perfect time to acquire these coins before wider market recognition drives prices beyond the reach of average collectors. Stay tuned because this is one coin that collectors are chasing with serious passion and big money. And the smart collectors who recognize this opportunity today will be the ones celebrating significant portfolio gains tomorrow when these coins achieve the market recognition they deserve. You never know what treasures are hiding in your change jar, so check your collection. Dig through your drawers and examine every Jefferson nickel you encounter because you could be sitting on a coin worth hundreds of dollars or even more. And with the knowledge you've gained from this comprehensive analysis, you're now equipped to identify and capitalize on these remarkable collecting opportunities that could transform your casual interest in coins into a serious investment success story. Next 2014D Jefferson nickel. Today we're about to uncover something absolutely incredible that could be hiding right in your pocket change. Welcome back, fellow collectors and coin enthusiasts, to another treasure hunting adventure where ordinary nickels can transform into extraordinary profits worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In today's red-hot numismatic market, today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable modern Jefferson nickels that collectors across America are desperately seeking with serious cash in hand. The remarkable 2014D Jefferson nickel that's making waves in auction houses and dealer networks nationwide and could turn your everyday pocket change into substantial investment returns that will leave you absolutely amazed. This video is packed with explosive market insights, professional grading secrets, and insider collector knowledge that can help you identify valuable coins worth serious money sitting right under your nose. So buckle up because we're about to embark on a numismatic journey that might just change your perspective on modern American coinage forever. Let's uncover the hidden treasures that could be waiting in your change jar right now. The story of the 2014D Jefferson nickel begins with understanding the broader historical context of the Jefferson nickel series, which was first introduced to American commerce in 1938 as a replacement for the beloved Buffalo nickel design that had served the nation faithfully since 1913, but was deemed ready for artistic renewal by the United States mint officials who were constantly seeking to improve and modernize American coinage designs to reflect the evolving artistic sensibilities of the nation. The Jefferson nickel series was the brilliant creation of Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor and engraver who won a national design competition sponsored by the U.S. Mint in 1938 with his elegant and dignified portrayal of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president and principal author of the Declaration of Independence, whose contributions to American democracy and philosophy made him a perfect choice for permanent commemoration on the nation's 5-cent coin. Schlag's original design featured Jefferson's profile facing left on the obverse, with the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's architectural masterpiece and Virginia plantation home, gracing the reverse in a design that would remain largely unchanged for decades, establishing one of the most recognizable and enduring coin designs in American numismatic history. The Denver Mint, identified by the distinctive D Mint mark that appears to the right of Monticello on the reverse of the 2014 D Jefferson nickel, has been a cornerstone of American coin production since its establishment in 1906, when it began operations to serve the growing western United States with reliable coinage production that could meet the demands of the rapidly expanding frontier economy. By 2014, the Denver Mint had evolved into one of the most technologically advanced minting facilities in the world, capable of producing billions of coins annually with precision and consistency that would have been unimaginable to the early mint workers who hand-fed coin presses and manually inspected each piece for quality and authenticity. The year 2014 represents a particularly significant moment in American economic history, as the nation was still recovering from the devastating effects of the 2008 financial crisis and experiencing a period of cautious economic growth that created unique conditions in the numismatic marketplace, where collectors were becoming increasingly selective about their purchases, while simultaneously seeking solid investment opportunities in tangible assets like precious metals and collectible coins. During this period, the United States Mint continued its tradition of producing Jefferson nickels with the same basic design elements that had defined the series for over 7 decades, but with modern production techniques and quality control, measures that resulted in coins with exceptional strike quality and surface preservation that would prove attractive to collectors in the years to come. The economic climate of 2014 also influenced coin collecting patterns, as many Americans began paying closer attention to their pocket change and examining coins more carefully for potential numismatic value, leading to increased awareness of mint marks, dates, and condition factors that could significantly impact a coin's worth in the collector marketplace. The historical significance of the 201 for D. Jefferson nickel extends beyond its production year to encompass the broader legacy of Thomas Jefferson himself, whose vision of American democracy, commitment to individual liberty, and architectural achievements continue to inspire Americans more than 2 centuries. After his birth in colonial Virginia, Jefferson's portrait on the nickel serves as a daily reminder of the intellectual foundations upon which American society was built, making every 2014 D. Jefferson nickel not just a piece of currency, but a miniature work of art that connects modern Americans to their revolutionary heritage and the timeless principles of freedom and self-governance that Jefferson championed throughout his remarkable life as a statesman, philosopher, architect, and visionary leader. The Denver Mint's production of Jefferson nickels in 2014 represented a continuation of decades of consistent minting operations that had established the facility as a reliable source of high-quality coinage for circulation throughout the American West and beyond, with millions of 2014 D. Jefferson nickels entering commerce through banks, businesses, and financial institutions across the country, where they would begin their journey through the American economy and eventually into the hands of collectors who recognize their potential numismatic value. The 2014 D. Jefferson nickel showcases the exceptional artistry and technical precision that characterizes modern American coinage, beginning with the obverse design that features Thomas Jefferson's dignified profile facing left, and a portrayal that captures both the intellectual gravitas and democratic idealism that defined America's 3rd president throughout his distinguished career as a founding father, political philosopher, and architectural innovator whose influence extends far beyond his political achievements. Felix Schlag's masterful engraving presents Jefferson with classical proportions and refined details that reflect the neoclassical artistic sensibilities of the late 1930s. When the design was first created, featuring subtle modeling of Jefferson's facial features that conveys both strength and contemplation in a portrait that has remained timelessly elegant and appropriate for American coinage. Across multiple generations of collectors and numismatists, the obverse inscription, "In God We Trust," appears prominently above Jefferson's portrait and lettering. That reflects the traditional American values and religious heritage that have been integral to the nation's identity since its founding, while the word liberty curves along the left border of the coin in elegant script. That emphasizes the fundamental principle of individual freedom that Jefferson championed throughout his political career, and that continues to define American democratic ideals in the 21st century. The date 2014 appears prominently below Jefferson's portrait in clear, readable numerals that immediately identify this coin's place in American numismatic history, while the small D mint mark positioned to the right of Jefferson's ponytail serves as the crucial identifier that distinguishes Denver mint production from Philadelphia mint coins of the same year, making proper identification of the mint mark absolutely essential for collectors who want to accurately catalog and value their Jefferson nickel holdings. The reverse design of the 201 for D Jefferson nickel features the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's architectural masterpiece and Virginia plantation home. That stands as one of America's most recognizable examples of neoclassical architecture and a testament to Jefferson's genius as both a political leader and artistic visionary, who applied the same intellectual rigor to building design that he brought to crafting the Declaration of Independence and shaping American democratic institutions. Schlag's engraving of Monticello captures the elegant proportions and classical details of Jefferson's home with remarkable precision and artistic sensitivity, showing the building's distinctive dome, column portico, and balanced feuillade, a representation that honors both Jefferson's architectural achievement and the artistic traditions of American coinage design that emphasize clarity, dignity, and symbolic meaning. The word Monticello appears below the building in clean, straightforward lettering that identifies Jefferson's home for viewers who might not immediately recognize this architectural landmark, while a pluribus unum curves along the upper portion of the reverse in the traditional Latin motto that means out of many, one, and represents the fundamental American principle of unity among diverse states and peoples that Jefferson helped establish during the nation's formative years. The denomination 5 cents appears prominently at the bottom of the reverse in lettering that clearly identifies the coin's monetary value, while United States of America curves around the upper border and an inscription that proudly proclaims the coin's national origin and reflects the patriotic spirit that animates American coinage design across all denominations and time periods. The mint mark D appears to the right of Monticello and a small but crucial marking that identifies this coin as a product of the Denver Mint and distinguishes it from Philadelphia Mint Jefferson nickels that bear no mint mark, making careful examination of this area essential for collectors who want to properly identify and catalog their 2014 Jefferson nickel holdings for maximum accuracy and value potential. The 201 for D Jefferson nickel is composed of the standard nickel alloy that has been used for Jefferson nickels since 1946, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel and a composition that provides durability, corrosion resistance, and the distinctive silver-white color that collectors associate with quality nickel coinage, though this composition differs significantly from the 35% silver war nickels produced from 1942 to 1945 that command premium prices in today's precious metals market due to their silver content and historical significance. The coin weighs exactly 5.000 grams and measures 21.1 millimeters in diameter with a plain edge. That distinguishes it from other denominations and provides a clean, professional appearance that enhances its appeal to collectors who appreciate the technical precision and consistent quality standards that characterize modern American minting operations. The strike quality of 201 for D. Jefferson nickels varies considerably, depending on the specific production run and the condition of the dies used during minting, with the finest examples exhibiting sharp, well-defined details in Jefferson's hair, facial features, and clothing, as well as crisp architectural elements in the Monticello design that demonstrate the exceptional capabilities of modern minting equipment when operating at optimal parameters with fresh dies and proper quality control procedures. Collectors seeking the highest grade examples of 2014 D. Jefferson nickels should look for coins with complete design details, full mint luster, and no signs of post-mint handling or environmental damage that could detract from the coin's numismatic appeal and market value in today's competitive collector marketplace, where condition is absolutely critical to determining a coin's worth and investment potential. The grading scale for 201 for D. Jefferson nickels follows the standard Sheldon 70-point scale that has become the industry standard for numismatic evaluation, with coins grading from poor P1 through perfect uncirculated MS70 based on factors including strike quality, surface preservation, luster retention, and freedom from contact marks, scratches, or other post-mint damage that could impact the coin's appearance and collector appeal. Very good VG8 to VG10 examples of the 201 for D. Jefferson nickel will show considerable wear, with major design elements clearly visible but fine details significantly worn away, while fine F12 to F15 specimens exhibit moderate wear with most design elements clearly defined but some loss of detail in high relief areas, like Jefferson's hair and Monticello's architectural features. Extremely fine EF40 to EF45 examples display a light wear on the highest points of the design, with most fine details still clearly visible and sharp, making these coins attractive to collectors who want high-quality examples without paying the premium prices commanded by mint state specimens that have never entered circulation and retain their full original mint luster and design sharpness. Uncirculated or mint state examples of the 201 for D. Jefferson nickel range from MS60 through MS70, with lower mint state grades MS60 to MS63 showing some contact marks and minor imperfections from the minting and handling process, while higher grades MS64 to MS67 exhibit exceptional surface quality with minimal marks and strong eye appeal. That makes them highly desirable to serious collectors and investors. The finest examples grading MS68 and above are exceptionally rare and command significant premiums due to their museum quality preservation and outstanding visual appeal that represents the absolute pinnacle of modern minting excellence. Color variations in 2014 D. Jefferson nickels can range from brilliant white and silver through various toning shades including gold, blue, purple, and brown that develop naturally over time through environmental exposure and chemical reactions, with the coin's metallic composition, with some collectors specifically seeking toned examples that display attractive and even coloration that enhances the coin's visual appeal without detracting from design clarity or surface quality. The rarity and collector demand for 201 for D. Jefferson nickels must be understood within the context of modern coin production numbers and collecting patterns. That differs significantly from classic American coinage series where low mintages and high attrition rates created natural scarcity that drives premium values in today's numismatic marketplace. The Denver Mint produced approximately 1.2 billion to 01 for D. Jefferson nickels for general circulation, a production figure that might initially suggest common availability, but fails to account for the complex factors that determine true numismatic scarcity and collector value in the modern coin market, where condition rarity often trumps absolute rarity in determining a coin's worth and investment potential. While over 1 billion to 01 for D. Jefferson nickels were initially released into circulation through banks and businesses across the United States, the vast majority of these coins have been subjected to the normal wear and handling that occurs during commercial use, leaving only a small percentage in the mint state condition that collectors demand for their Jefferson nickel collections and registry sets. The survival rate of high-grade to 01 for D Jefferson nickels is significantly lower than the original mintage might suggest, as most coins entering circulation quickly develop contact marks, scratches, and wear that eliminate their potential for high-grade classification by professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, that set the standards for coin authentication and grading in the modern numismatic marketplace. Collector demand for '01 for D Jefferson nickels stems from several key factors, including the desire to complete modern Jefferson nickel date and mint mark sets, the appeal of contemporary coins that can still be found in circulation at face value, and the investment potential represented by high-grade examples that may appreciate in value, as fewer mint state specimens remain available in the collector marketplace over time. Contemporary coin collecting has experienced renewed interest in recent years, as collectors recognize the potential value appreciation of modern coins that are often overlooked by casual collectors who focus primarily on older and, more obviously, rare coin series from the 19th and early 20th centuries. The 2014 D Jefferson nickel appeals particularly to collectors who enjoy the treasure hunting aspect of numismatics, searching through bank rolls, retail change, and coin accumulations looking for high-grade examples that can be acquired at face value and potentially worth significant premiums when professionally graded and authenticated. Registry set collecting has become increasingly popular among serious numismatists who compete to assemble the finest known collections of specific coin series, with Jefferson nickel registry sets requiring high-grade examples of each date and mint mark combination, including the 201 for D, that must meet strict condition standards to qualify for inclusion in competitive registry collections that are ranked publicly by professional grading services. The competitive aspect of registry set collecting drives consistent demand for the finest available examples of each date and mint mark, including the 201 for D Jefferson nickel in grades of MS66 and higher that command premium prices when they occasionally appear at auction or through specialized dealers who cater to advanced collectors seeking museum-quality coins for their registry collections. Investment demand for 201 for D Jefferson nickels in high grades reflects the broader trend toward modern coin collecting as investors recognize the potential for value appreciation in contemporary coins that combine reasonable acquisition costs with significant upside potential as condition rarity becomes more apparent over time, and fewer high-grade examples remain available in the active collector marketplace. Professional grading has become essential for serious collectors and investors who want to ensure accurate condition assessment and market recognition of their 201 for D Jefferson nickel holdings, with coins certified by PCGS and NGC commanding higher prices and greater market acceptance than raw or uncertified examples that may be difficult to evaluate and authenticate without professional expertise and specialized equipment. The importance of professional authentication cannot be overstated in today's numismatic marketplace, where counterfeit coins and altered specimens pose ongoing challenges for collectors who lack the technical knowledge and equipment necessary to identify sophisticated fakes and doctored coins that can appear deceptively authentic to inexperienced buyers. Market trends for 201 for D Jefferson nickels reflect broader patterns in modern coin collecting, where collectors increasingly focus on condition rarity rather than absolute rarity, recognizing that common date coins in exceptional condition can often provide better investment returns than scarce dates in average condition that lack the eye appeal and market demand that drive premium pricing in competitive auction environments. The numismatic marketplace for modern Jefferson nickels has evolved significantly in recent years as online auction platforms, social media groups, and digital communities have made it easier for collectors to buy, sell, and trade coins while sharing information about varieties, pricing trends, and market opportunities that were previously accessible only to professional dealers and advanced collectors with extensive industry connections. Proper identification of the 201 for D. Jefferson nickel requires careful examination of specific design elements and mint mark placement that distinguish genuine Denver mint production from Philadelphia mint coins of the same year, and from potential counterfeit specimens that may attempt to mimic the appearance of authentic coins without possessing the correct metallic composition, weight dimensions, or design details that characterize legitimate U.S. mint production. The most crucial identification element is the D mint mark that appears to the right of Monticello, on the reverse of genuine 201 for D. Jefferson nickels, positioned in a specific location with standardized size and font characteristics that should be clearly visible under normal magnification and properly proportioned relative to other design elements on the coin's reverse. Collectors should examine the mint mark carefully using adequate lighting and magnification to ensure that it appears crisp, well-formed, and properly integrated into the overall design, rather than appearing added after minting or displaying characteristics that might suggest alteration or counterfeiting attempts that have become increasingly sophisticated in recent years. The date 2014 on authentic specimens should appear clearly and uniformly impressed with consistent depth and sharpness that reflects proper die preparation and minting procedures, while the overall design elements including Jefferson's portrait, lettering, and Monticello should display the level of detail and artistic quality that characterizes legitimate U.S. mint production standards for modern coinage. Condition assessment is absolutely critical when evaluating 2014 D. Jefferson nickels for collector or investment purposes, as the difference between mint state and circulated condition can represent hundreds of dollars in value differential for the finest graded examples that demonstrate exceptional preservation. And I appeal in today's competitive numismatic marketplace, where collectors pay premium prices for coins that exhibit superior surface quality and design sharpness. Collectors should look for coins with full mint luster that appears bright and cartwheel-like under proper lighting. Complete design details in both Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello architectural elements, and freedom from contact marks, scratches, spots, or other surface disturbances that could negatively impact the coin's grade and market value when submitted for professional evaluation and certification. The presence of original mint luster is particularly important for 2014 D. Jefferson nickels, because this surface characteristic indicates that the coin has not been subjected to cleaning, polishing, or other treatments that can permanently damage a coin's surfaces and eliminate its potential for high-grade classification by professional grading services that penalize any signs of artificial improvement or surface alteration. Storage and preservation of valuable 201 for D. Jefferson nickels requires proper handling techniques and appropriate storage materials that protect coins from environmental damage, chemical contamination, and physical contact that could result in surface marks or corrosion that would diminish the coin's condition, grade, and market value over time. Collectors should handle coins by their edges whenever possible, avoiding contact with the obverse and reverse surfaces that could leave fingerprints, oils, or microscopic scratches that might not be immediately visible but could impact the coins. Long-term preservation and professional grading potential. Proper storage solutions include individual coin holders made from archival quality materials that provide protection from air exposure, moisture, and chemical contaminants while allowing for safe viewing and examination without direct handling of the coin's surfaces. Professional grading and authentication services like PCGS and NGC offer comprehensive evaluation and encapsulation services that provide tamper-evident protection, along with expert condition assessment that is recognized and respected throughout the numismatic community, making professionally graded coins easier to buy, sell, and trade with confidence in their authenticity and condition grade. The grading process involves detailed examination by expert numismatists who evaluate strike quality, surface preservation, luster retention, and overall eye appeal using standardized criteria that ensure consistency and accuracy in condition assessment across different graders and time periods, providing collectors and investors with reliable condition information that supports informed purchasing decisions and market transactions. Authentication services are particularly valuable for higher grade 201 for D Jefferson nickels that command significant premiums over face value, as professional certification provides assurance of genuineness and condition accuracy that protects buyers from counterfeit coins or misrepresented condition grades that could result in substantial financial losses for collectors who lack the expertise to properly evaluate modern coinage on their own. Building complete sets of Jefferson nickels, including the 201 for D, requires systematic collecting approach that considers factors like condition goals, budget constraints, and time frame for completion while taking advantage of market opportunities to acquire key dates and high-grade examples when they become available through dealers, auctions, or private sales that offer favorable pricing for quality coins. Collectors should develop relationships with reputable dealers who specialize in modern coinage and understand the Jefferson nickel market dynamics that influence pricing, availability, and collector demand for specific dates and mint marks, including the 201 for D that represents an important component of any comprehensive Jefferson nickel collection. Online resources including auction sites, dealer inventories, and collector forums provide valuable information about current market conditions, recent sale prices, and availability of specific coins that can help collectors make informed decisions about when and where to purchase 201 for D Jefferson nickels and other serious coins for their collections. The marketplace for 2014 D Jefferson nickels includes traditional coin dealers, online auction platforms, coin shows, and private collectors who may offer coins for sale or trade, with each venue providing different advantages and considerations that collectors should evaluate based on their experience level, budget requirements, and condition preferences for their Jefferson nickel holdings. Professional numismatic auctions often feature high-grade examples of modern coins, including 201 for D Jefferson nickels in exceptional condition that may not be readily available through retail dealers, providing collectors with opportunities to acquire museum-quality specimens that represent the finest known examples of this date and mint mark combination. Local coin shops and regional dealers may offer more affordable examples suitable for collectors who prioritize completion of their sets over absolute condition perfection, while still providing authentic coins that meet basic collecting requirements and offer potential for future appreciation. As the Jefferson nickel series continues to gain recognition among modern coin collectors and investors, stay tuned because this is one coin that collectors are chasing with serious passion and big money. As the 2014 D Jefferson nickel represents everything that makes modern coin collecting exciting, profitable, and accessible to collectors of all experience levels who recognize the potential for significant returns on investment in high-quality contemporary American coinage that combines historical significance with outstanding artistic merit and technical excellence. You could be sitting on a coin worth hundreds of dollars or even more if you discover a high-grade 201 for D Jefferson nickel in your pocket change, making every handful of nickels a potential treasure hunt that could reward careful examination and proper identification with substantial numismatic profits that far exceed the coin's modest 5-cent face value. These coins are not just historical artifacts but valuable assets that demonstrate the investment potential of modern American coinage. When condition rarity creates genuine scarcity in the collector marketplace where demand consistently exceeds the supply of high-grade examples that meet the strict standards required for serious numismatic collections and registry set competition. In today's active coin market, collectors are willing to pay premium prices for exceptional examples of the 201 for D Jefferson nickel that exhibit the superior strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal that distinguish investment grade coins from average circulated specimens that lack the condition characteristics necessary to command significant premiums over face value. If you're a collector or investor, now is the perfect time to examine your coin holdings and search your pocket change for potential 201 for D Jefferson nickels that could represent valuable additions to your collection or profitable discoveries that demonstrate the ongoing treasure hunting opportunities that exist in modern American coinage for collectors who know what to look for and how to properly evaluate condition and authenticity. Check your change, dig through your drawers, and examine every nickel you encounter, because you never know what's hiding there waiting to be discovered by collectors who understand the true potential of modern coins that combine accessibility with genuine investment merit and long-term appreciation potential in the growing numismatic marketplace. Consider yourself lucky if you discover a high-grade 201 for D Jefferson nickel in exceptional condition, because you're holding a coin that's making headlines in collectors' circles and representing the future of modern numismatics where condition, rarity, and collector demand create genuine value appreciation opportunities for smart collectors and investors who recognize quality when they see it and have the patience to build exceptional collections that will provide enjoyment and financial rewards for years to come. Next, 1993 P. Jefferson nickel. Hold onto your coin folders, because today's discovery could change your entire collecting game forever. Welcome back, fellow collectors, and today we are diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet incredibly significant pieces of American numismatic history that could turn ordinary pocket change into hundreds of dollars or even more. Today we're exploring the fascinating world of the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin that's been quietly building momentum in today's active coin market, and collectors are willing to pay premium prices for the right specimens. This video is packed with real market value insights, professional grading secrets, and top collector favorites that will transform how you look at your change jar forever. Let's uncover the treasure in your change jar and discover why this particular nickel is making headlines among serious numismatists across the country. The Jefferson nickel series represents one of the longest-running and most beloved coin designs in American history, and understanding the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel requires us to journey back to the very origins of this iconic series that began in 1938, when the United States Mint decided to honor our third president, Thomas Jefferson, replacing the Buffalo nickel design that had served Americans since 1913. The transition to the Jefferson nickel came during a pivotal time in American history, as the nation was recovering from the Great Depression and the world was on the brink of World War II, making every coin from this era a tangible connection to one of the most transformative periods in our nation's development. The original Jefferson nickel design was created by Felix Schlag, a German-born American sculptor who won a nationwide competition sponsored by the Treasury Department, beating out more than 390 other submissions with his elegant portrayal of Thomas Jefferson that would grace American currency for decades to come. Schlag's design was revolutionary for its time, featuring a left-facing profile of Jefferson that captured both the dignity and intelligence of America's third president, while the reverse showcased Monticello, Jefferson's beloved Virginia home, that he designed himself as an architectural masterpiece reflecting his diverse interests in science, philosophy, and the arts. By 1993, the Jefferson nickel had been in continuous production for over 55 years, making it one of the most familiar sights in American commerce. Yet the 1993P variety carries special significance that collectors are just beginning to fully appreciate in today's marketplace. The Philadelphia Mint, where the 1993P Jefferson nickel was struck, has served as America's primary coin production facility since 1792, and by 1993, the Mint had perfected its nickel production techniques to create coins of exceptional quality and consistency that today's collectors prize for their technical excellence. The year 1993 marked an interesting period in American numismatics, as the country was experiencing economic growth and renewed interest in coin collecting, partly driven by the approaching millennium and a growing appreciation for American historical artifacts during this time. The United States Mint was producing nickels at full capacity to meet the demands of a growing economy. Yet the Philadelphia facility maintained strict quality control standards that resulted in coins with sharp strikes, clear details, and the kind of eye appeal that makes collectors reach for their wallets. The economic context of 1993 is crucial for understanding why these nickels are gaining value today, as the early 1990s represented a period of technological advancement in coin production, with improved dies, better blanket preparation, and enhanced striking techniques that produce coins of superior quality compared to many earlier years. The historical significance of 1993 extends beyond just coin production, as this was the year that marked several important milestones in American history, including significant political changes, technological breakthroughs, and cultural shifts that make coins from this year particularly appealing to collectors who appreciate the broader historical context of their acquisitions. The Denver and San Francisco mints were also producing Jefferson nickels in 1993, but the Philadelphia mint examples, marked by the absence of a mint mark, hold a special place in the hearts of collectors due to the mint's prestigious history and reputation for producing coins of exceptional quality that stand the test of time and both preservation and collector appeal. The artistic and technical excellence of the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel becomes immediately apparent when you examine the coin's obverse design, which features Felix Schlag's masterful left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson that has remained virtually unchanged since 1938, showcasing Jefferson with a dignified expression that captures both his intellectual gravitas and his role as one of America's most influential founding fathers. The portrait displays incredible attention to detail, from the careful rendering of Jefferson's hair, which flows naturally around his head and neck, to the precise definition of his facial features, including his prominent nose, determined jawline, and the subtle lines around his eyes that suggest both wisdom and experience gained through a lifetime of public service. The word liberty appears in bold letters along the left side of the coin, following the curve of Jefferson's profile in a way that creates visual harmony between the text and the portrait, while the national motto "In God We Trust" appears in smaller letters below Jefferson's chin, positioned perfectly to balance the overall composition. The date 1993 is prominently displayed along the right side of the coin, rendered in clear, easily readable numbers that demonstrate the Philadelphia Mint's commitment to producing coins with sharp, well-defined details that would remain legible for decades of circulation. What makes the 1993P particularly interesting from a design perspective is the exceptional quality of the strike, which brings out subtle details in Jefferson's portrait that are sometimes lost in coins from other years or mints, including the fine lines in his hair, the texture of his clothing, and the delicate modeling of his facial features that showcase Schlag's artistic skill. The reverse of the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel features the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's architectural masterpiece in Virginia, presented in a way that captures both the building's classical proportions and its significance as a symbol of Jefferson's diverse talents as architect, inventor, and philosopher. The building is shown from a three-quarter view that allows viewers to appreciate both the front facade and the distinctive dome. That makes Monticello one of America's most recognizable architectural landmarks, while the careful attention to detail includes the building's columns, windows, steps, and even the subtle shadows that give the structure a three-dimensional appearance. Above Monticello, the word Monticello appears in clear letters that complement the architectural theme, while E pluribus unum, our national motto meaning out of many, one, stretches across the coin above the building in a graceful arc that adds to the overall compositional balance. The denomination 5 cents appears at the bottom of the reverse in bold letters. That ensure the coin's value is immediately recognizable, while United States of America curves around the upper portion of the coin, creating a border that frames the entire design. The mint mark location on Jefferson nickels varies by year and mint, but on coins produced in Philadelphia, the absence of a mint mark actually serves as the identifying characteristic, as Philadelphia coins traditionally carried no mint mark, until recent years when the P mint mark was added to most denominations. The composition of the 1993 P Jefferson nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving the coin its distinctive silver-white appearance and its name. Though it's worth noting that despite being called a nickel, the coin actually contains 3 times as much copper as nickel by weight. This composition has proven remarkably durable over the decades, as coins in good condition retain their metallic luster and resist corrosion better than many other coin types, contributing to the survival rate of high-quality examples that collectors prize today. The diameter of the Jefferson nickel measures exactly 21.1 millimeters, while the thickness is 1.95 millimeters and the weight is precisely 5.0 grams. Specifications that have remained constant throughout the series and help collectors authenticate genuine examples versus counterfeits or damaged coins. When examining a 1993 P Jefferson nickel for condition and potential value, collectors should pay particular attention to the strike quality, which can vary significantly even within the same year. A mint is coins struck with fresh dies using optimal pressure exhibit sharp details throughout both the obverse and reverse designs. The color and surface quality of the 1993 P can range from brilliant white and uncirculated examples to various shades of gray, brown, and even rainbow toning. In coins that have been properly stored and allowed to develop natural patina over the years, professional grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate these nickels on the standard 70-point Sheldon grading scale, where coins in very good condition typically show considerable wear, but retain all major design elements while fine condition. Coins display moderate wear with most details still visible, and extremely fine examples show only light wear on the highest points of the design, with most original mint luster still present. Uncirculated coins, graded from MS60 to MS70, show no signs of circulation wear and are evaluated based on factors such as strike quality, surface preservation, eye appeal, and the absence of contact marks or other post-minting damage that can occur during the coin. Handling and storage. Process, the rarity and collector demand for the 1993 P Jefferson nickel stem from several fascinating factors that are driving serious collectors to add this coin to their collections with increasing urgency and willingness to pay premium prices. In today's competitive marketplace, the Philadelphia Mint produced for 112,076,000 Jefferson nickels in 1993, which might initially suggest that the coin is common. But the reality of coin survival rates tells a much different story that savvy collectors understand and use to their advantage when building valuable collections. While over 412 million coins were originally minted, the vast majority of these nickels entered circulation immediately and were subject to the wear, damage, and loss that affects all circulating currency, meaning that high-quality examples suitable for serious collecting have become increasingly scarce as the years have passed, and more collectors have recognized the value of these coins. The survival rate for uncirculated and near-uncirculated examples is estimated to be less than 5% of the original mintage, and when you consider that many of these surviving coins are locked away in private collections, bank vaults, and long-term holdings, the available supply for active collectors becomes even more limited. Professional grading services have certified thousands of 1993 P Jefferson nickels over the years, but the population reports revealed that truly exceptional examples grading MS65 and higher are remarkably scarce, with only a small percentage of submitted coins achieving these coveted grades that command the highest prices at auction and in private sales. The collector demand for 1993 Jefferson nickels has been steadily increasing over the past decade, driven by several key factors including the growing recognition of the Jefferson nickel series as an affordable way to collect high-quality American coins, the appeal of the 1990s as a nostalgic decade for many collectors, and the technical excellence of coins produced during this period, when the U.S. Mint had perfected its production techniques. Set collectors who are working to complete full runs of Jefferson nickels particularly value the 1993 because it represents a crucial date in the series, and the absence of this coin from a collection creates an obvious gap that diminishes the overall value and completeness of the set, driving these collectors to pay whatever it takes to obtain quality examples. The competition among collectors has intensified in recent years as online auctions and digital marketplaces have made it easier for collectors worldwide to bid on the same coins, creating a global market where exceptional 1993 Jefferson nickels can attract bidders from across the United States and internationally, pushing prices higher than they might achieve in purely local markets. Registry set collectors who compete to build the finest possible collections of Jefferson nickels are particularly aggressive in pursuing high-grade 1993 examples, as these coins are essential for achieving top rankings in the competitive world of professional coin grading service registries where collectors display their collections and compete for recognition among their peers. The investment potential of the 1993 Jefferson nickel has attracted attention from collectors who view coins not just as historical artifacts but as alternative investments that can appreciate in value over time, especially when compared to other investments that may be subject to greater volatility or require more specialized knowledge to evaluate effectively. Market trends over the past several years show consistent strength in pricing for quality 1993 Jefferson nickels, with MS-64 and MS-65 examples showing particular resilience even during periods when other areas of the coin market experienced temporary weakness, suggesting that the fundamental collector demand for these coins is strong and likely to continue supporting prices. The crossover appeal of Jefferson nickels to both beginning collectors and advanced numismatists means that the 1993 enjoys demand from a broad spectrum of the collecting community, from young collectors just starting their numismatic journey, who appreciate the affordability and historical significance of the series, to advanced collectors who recognize the technical quality and eye appeal of well-preserved examples from this year. Advanced collectors particularly appreciate the 1993 for its consistent strike quality and the beautiful natural toning that many examples have developed over the past 3 decades, creating coins with unique eye appeal that cannot be artificially replicated and that represent the natural aging process that adds character and distinction to properly stored coins. The process of identifying a genuine 1993 Jefferson nickel and distinguishing it from other years and mint marks requires careful attention to several key diagnostic features that experienced collectors have learned to spot instantly, but that beginning collectors should examine systematically to avoid costly mistakes and ensure they are acquiring authentic examples for their collections. The first and most obvious identifier is the date, which should read clearly as 1993 in Arabic numerals, positioned along the right side of Jefferson's portrait, and collectors should be particularly careful to ensure that the date has not been altered through acid etching, mechanical alteration, or other forms of tampering that unscrupulous individuals sometimes attempt to create rare date varieties from common coins. The absence of a mint mark immediately behind Monticello on the reverse confirms that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, as coins from Denver would display a small D mint mark, and coins from San Francisco would show an S mint mark in this location, making the identification of the 1993 straightforward once you know where to look and what to expect. When examining the overall condition of a potential 1993P Jefferson nickel, collectors should pay close attention to the high points of the design that are most susceptible to wear, including Jefferson's cheekbone, the tip of his nose, and his hair details on the obverse, while on the reverse, the steps of Monticello and the building's roof line are the areas that show wear first. And most prominently, proper lighting is essential when examining these coins, as subtle details and surface characteristics that affect both authenticity and grade can be missed under poor lighting conditions, so serious collectors invest in quality magnifying equipment and adjustable lighting systems that allow them to see every detail of a coin's surface. The weight and dimensions of a genuine 1993P Jefferson nickel should conform exactly to the specifications established by the U.S. Mint, and while most collectors do not have access to precision scales and measuring devices, these specifications can be crucial for detecting counterfeits or coins that have been altered through cleaning, artificial toning, or other processes that might affect their collectible value. Surface quality evaluation requires understanding the difference between natural aging and patina that add to a coin's appeal versus damage, cleaning, or artificial treatment that can destroy a coin's numismatic value, and this skill comes with experience and careful study of authentic examples across a range of grades and preservation levels. Professional authentication and grading services like PCGS, NGC, and NX provide the highest level of confidence for collectors who want absolute certainty about their coin's authenticity and grade, and while these services charge fees for their expertise, the cost is often justified by the increased marketability and value that professional certification provides. The grading process involves examining every aspect of a coin's condition, from the initial strike quality and completeness of the design details to the surface preservation, color, and overall eye appeal that determine how the coin will be received by other collectors and potential buyers. Storage and preservation of 1993P Jefferson nickels should follow best practices that prevent damage while allowing the coins to develop natural toning and patina that can enhance their appeal over time, including the use of appropriate holders, controlled environmental conditions, and handling techniques that minimize the risk of fingerprints, scratches, or other contact marks. Professional storage solutions range from simple cardboard holders and plastic flips for basic protection to sophisticated hermetically sealed holders used by grading services that provide museum-quality preservation for decades or even centuries, depending on the collector's budget and long-term goals for their collection. Building a collection of Jefferson nickels that includes the 1993P requires strategic planning and patience, as the best examples rarely appear on the market simultaneously, and collectors often need to acquire coins over a period of months or years to complete their sets with consistently high-quality examples that meet their standards. The marketplace for 1993P Jefferson nickels includes traditional coin dealers who maintain physical shops and attend coin shows, online dealers who specialize in certified coins with detailed photographs and descriptions, auction houses that handle both live and online bidding for premium examples, and private collectors who occasionally sell duplicates or upgrade their collections by selling lower-grade examples to fund the acquisition of higher-grade coins. Networking within the collecting community through coin clubs, online forums, and social media groups dedicated to Jefferson nickels can provide valuable insights about available coins, market trends, and collecting strategies that can help both beginning and advanced collectors make better decisions about when to buy, what to pay, and which coins represent the best value for their collecting goals and budget constraints. The educational aspect of collecting 1993P Jefferson nickels extends far beyond simply acquiring coins, as the process teaches collectors about American history, minting technology, grading standards, market dynamics, and the broader world of numismatics that can enhance their appreciation for other series, and areas of coin collecting that might complement their Jefferson nickel collection. Let's dive deep into the current market values and auction results that are making serious collectors take notice of the 1993 Jefferson nickel, because these numbers tell a story that's transforming how the numismatic community views this often overlooked date in the Jefferson series. In today's active coin market, circulated examples of the 1993 Jefferson nickel in very good to fine condition typically trade in the range of 10 to 25 cents above face value, which might not sound like much until you consider that this represents a 100% to 400% premium over the coin's face value, demonstrating that even common date Jefferson nickels from the 1990s are commanding respect from collectors who understand that today's common coins often become tomorrow's scarce collectibles. Very fine and extremely fine examples of the 1993 are seeing increased demand from collectors who want attractive coins for typesets and basic collections, with VF examples typically selling for 50 cents to $1.50 and EF coins bringing to dollars to for dollars depending on the specific level of preservation and eye appeal. Prices that represent substantial multiples of face value for a coin that many people still find in circulation occasionally. The real excitement in the 1993 Jefferson nickel market centers around uncirculated examples, particularly those that have been professionally graded and certified by PCGS, NGC, or other reputable grading services, as these coins are achieving prices that surprise collectors who still think of Jefferson nickels as inexpensive coins suitable only for beginning collectors or casual accumulation. MS-60 and MS-61 examples of the 1993 typically sell in the $8 to $15 range, representing solid value for collectors who want uncirculated coins but don't need perfect preservation. While MS-62 and MS-63 coins generally bring $15 to $35 depending on their specific characteristics and the venue where they're sold, whether through online auctions, coin shows, or dealer networks. MS-60 for examples of the 1993 Jefferson nickel have been consistently selling in the $40 to $75 range over the past year, with particularly attractive examples with original luster and appealing toning sometimes reaching the higher end of this range or even exceeding it when multiple collectors compete for the same coin in auction situations. The MS-65 grade represents a significant jump in both rarity and value for 1993 Jefferson nickels, as these coins must exhibit exceptional preservation with minimal contact marks, strong original luster, and excellent eye appeal characteristics that result in typical selling prices ranging from $125 to $250, with some exceptional examples reaching even higher levels when they possess superior eye appeal or unusual characteristics that make them particularly desirable to specialized collectors. MS-66 examples of the 1993 are genuinely scarce in the current marketplace, and when they do appear for sale, they typically command prices in the $300 to $600 range, reflecting both their rarity and the strong demand from registry set collectors who need high-grade examples to compete effectively in the competitive world of professional grading service registry sets, where ranking depends on having the finest possible coins in every position. MS-67 and higher grades are exceptionally rare for 1993 Jefferson nickels, and the few examples that have achieved these lofty grades have sold for prices exceeding $1,000, with one notable MS-68 example selling for over $2,500 in a recent auction, demonstrating that condition-sensitive collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that represent the absolute finest examples available of this date. Auction results from major numismatic auction houses show consistent strength in pricing for quality 1993 Jefferson nickels, with bidding often exceeding pre-sale estimates as collectors recognize that opportunities to acquire high-grade examples don't come along frequently, and missing one auction might mean waiting months or even years for another comparable coin to appear in the marketplace. Heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and other major auction houses have reported strong participation in their Jefferson nickel lots, with 1993p examples often attracting bidders from across the country who are willing to pay shipping costs and buyers' premiums to secure coins for their collections, indicating healthy underlying demand that supports continued price appreciation. Private treaty sales between dealers and collectors often occur at prices slightly above auction levels, as collectors are willing to pay modest premiums to avoid the uncertainty of auction bidding and to have the opportunity to examine coins in person before making purchase decisions, particularly for higher-grade examples where subtle differences in eye appeal can significantly impact both desirability and value. The wholesale market for 1993p Jefferson nickels has also shown strength, with dealers reporting consistent demand from their collector customers and steady or increasing wholesale bid prices that reflect the broader market trends and provide a foundation for continued retail price stability and growth. Regional variations in pricing do exist, with coins typically bringing slightly higher prices in areas with active collector populations and lower prices in markets where Jefferson nickels are less popular or where collectors focus primarily on other series. But these differences are gradually diminishing as online sales platforms create more efficient national and international markets for numismatic material. When we examine the investment characteristics and long-term potential of the 1993p Jefferson nickel, several compelling factors emerge that are attracting attention from collectors who view their numismatic activities as both a hobby and a financial strategy that can provide both personal satisfaction and potential monetary returns over time. The fundamental appeal of Jefferson nickels as an investment category lies in their combination of historical significance, affordable entry prices, and strong collector demand that has supported steady price appreciation over multiple decades, making them accessible to collectors with modest budgets while still offering the potential for meaningful returns on investment. The 1993p specifically benefits from its position in the modern era of coin production, when minting technology had reached sophisticated levels that produce coins of exceptional technical quality while maintaining the classic designs that collectors have treasured for generations, creating coins that combine the best of both traditional numismatic appeal and contemporary production standards. Population reports from professional grading services reveal that high-grade examples of the 1993p Jefferson nickel are considerably scarcer than their mintage figures might suggest, with the percentage of coins achieving this -65 and higher grades being much lower than collectors might expect, creating a situation where demand from quality-conscious collectors often exceeds the available supply of truly exceptional examples. The broader trend toward professional grading and certification in the numismatic marketplace has particularly benefited coins like the 1993p Jefferson nickel, as certified examples with established authenticity and grade provide collectors with confidence and marketability that raw coins cannot match, effectively creating a two-tiered market where certified coins command significant premiums over uncertified examples of comparable quality. Demographic trends within the collecting community also favor coins like the 1993p, as collectors who were children or young adults in 1993 are now reaching their peak earning years and developing strong emotional connections to coins from their youth, creating a natural collector base that is likely to support continued demand and price appreciation. For coins from this era, the limited downside risk associated with 1993p Jefferson nickels makes them particularly attractive to conservative investors, as even if numismatic premiums were to disappear entirely, the coins would still retain their metallic value based on their copper and nickel content, providing a floor value that protects against total loss while offering unlimited upside potential. If collector demand continues to grow, portfolio diversification benefits make Jefferson nickels appealing to investors who want to allocate a portion of their assets to alternative investments that have historically shown low correlation with traditional financial markets, providing potential protection against inflation and economic uncertainty, while offering the personal enjoyment that comes from building a tangible collection of historical artifacts. The liquidity characteristics of certified 1993 Jefferson nickels compare favorably to many other collectible investments, as the established dealer network and active online marketplace provide multiple venues for selling coins when collectors need to convert their holdings to cash. Though as with any investment, timing and market conditions can affect the prices that sellers ultimately receive. Tax advantages may also apply to coin collecting and investing, as long-term capital gains treatment can apply to coins held for more than 1 year, and the physical possession aspect means that collectors can enjoy their investments while holding them. Unlike stocks or bonds that exist only as paper or electronic records without tangible presence or historical significance, the technical aspects of 1993 Jefferson nickel production provide fascinating insights into the sophisticated minting processes that created these coins and help explain why certain examples achieve superior grades, while others show various quality issues that affect their collectible value and market appeal. The Philadelphia Mint in 1993 was operating at the peak of its technological capabilities, utilizing modern die production techniques, improved alloy preparation methods, and refined striking procedures that resulted in coins with exceptional sharpness and surface quality when all aspects of the production process function optimally. Die preparation for Jefferson nickels involves creating master hubs, from which working dies are produced through a complex process of hubbing, annealing, and finishing that determines the ultimate quality of the coin struck from those dies. And variations in this process can result in differences in strike quality, surface finish, and detail sharpness that directly impact the grades that coins eventually receive. From professional grading services, the striking process itself involves feeding carefully prepared plankets between two dies under tremendous pressure, typically around 40 tons for nickel coinage, and the precise alignment of the dies, the condition of the planket surfaces, and the consistency of the striking pressure all contribute to the final quality of the struck coins. Quality control procedures at the Philadelphia Mint include regular inspection of dies for wear, damage, or contamination that could affect coin quality, as well as monitoring of the striking equipment to ensure consistent pressure and alignment. Though despite these precautions, some variation in coin quality is inevitable in any high-volume production environment. Understanding these production realities helps collectors appreciate why some 1993 Jefferson nickels exhibit exceptional strike quality, with sharp details throughout both sides of the coin, while others from the same production run might show weakness in certain areas, incomplete detail transfer, or other characteristics that affect their ultimate grade and value. Die varieties and minor variations can occur during the production of 1993 Jefferson nickels, though major varieties are not known for this date, and collectors who enjoy variety collecting sometimes search for subtle differences in die characteristics, repunching, or other production anomalies that can add interest and value to specific coins within the broader 1993 category. Era coins from the 1993 Jefferson nickel production run occasionally appear in the marketplace, including off-center strikes, clips, multiple strikes, and other minting mishaps that create unique collectible items with their own specialized collector following and market values that often exceed those of normal examples, particularly when the errors are dramatic and clearly visible without magnification. The alloy composition used for 1993 Jefferson nickels follows the standard formula of 75% copper and 25% nickel that has been used for the series since its inception. except during the World War II years when strategic metal shortages necessitated the use of a silver-containing alloy that created the famous were nickels, that are collected as a separate category today. Surface treatment and finishing processes used during production affect the final appearance of 1993 P. Jefferson nickels, with properly finished coins exhibiting bright, lustrous surfaces with cartwheel luster patterns that collectors prize, while coins that experience problems during finishing might show dull surfaces, staining, or other characteristics that negatively impact their eye appeal and market value. As we examine the broader historical context and cultural significance of the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel, we discover connections to important events and trends that were shaping America during this pivotal year in our nation's development, adding layers of meaning and collectible appeal that extend far beyond the coin's basic numismatic characteristics. The year 1993 marked the beginning of Bill Clinton's presidency, ushering in an era of economic growth and technological innovation that would define the remainder of the decade, making coins from this year symbolic of America's transition into the modern era of computing, communications, and global connectivity that continues to influence our lives today. Cultural milestones from 1993 include the debut of important television shows, movies, and music that remain influential today, creating nostalgic connections for collectors who associate the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel with their personal memories and experiences from the significant year in American popular culture. The economic expansion that began in 1993 contributed to increased interest in coin collecting, as Americans had more disposable income to spend on hobbies and collectibles, leading to greater awareness of numismatics and creating a larger collector base that continues to drive demand for coins from this era. Technological advances in 1993 were laying the groundwork for the Internet revolution that would transform commerce, communication, and collecting in ways that were barely imaginable at the time, making the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel a tangible link to the pre-digital era when physical currency played a more central role in daily commerce and personal transactions. International events during 1993 also provide historical context for the coin, as this was a year of significant geopolitical changes that affected America's role in the world and created historical associations that add depth and meaning to coins produced during this transformative period in global affairs. The minting of the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel occurred during a time when the U.S. Mint was modernizing its operations and improving its production capabilities, representing the culmination of decades of technological advancement in coin production that created some of the finest quality coins in American numismatic history. Social and demographic changes during 1993 were creating new patterns of coin usage and collection, as Americans were becoming more mobile, more educated about investing and collecting, and more interested in preserving historical artifacts for future generations. Trends that directly benefited the long-term collectible value of coins like the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel. Educational initiatives and media coverage of coin collecting during the early 1990s helped introduce new generations of collectors to the hobby, creating awareness and interest that continues to support the Jefferson nickel market and ensures that coins like the 1993 P will continue to find appreciative audiences among collectors who value both their historical significance and their potential investment characteristics. The specialized collecting categories and niche markets that have developed around the 1993 P. Jefferson nickel demonstrate the sophisticated level of interest and expertise that characterizes today's numismatic community, where collectors pursue highly specific goals that create demand for coins with particular characteristics or provenance that might not be apparent to casual observers but are highly valued by knowledgeable specialists. Registry set collecting has become one of the most influential forces in the high-grade 1993 P. Jefferson nickel market, as collectors compete to build sets with the highest possible combined grades. driving demand for MS-66 and higher examples that might otherwise sit unsold but become intensely sought after. When they represent the difference between winning and losing in competitive registry rankings. Date and mint mark collecting remains the traditional approach to Jefferson nickels, with the 1993P serving as an essential component of complete sets that span from 1938 to the present, and collectors pursuing this approach often prioritize consistent quality across all dates rather than focusing on a few exceptional coins, creating steady demand for mid-grade examples in the MS-63 to MS-65 range. Type collecting represents another important market for 1993P Jefferson nickels, as collectors who want to represent each major design type and American coinage often choose post-1960 Jefferson nickels as examples of the modern nickel type, and the 1993P offers an excellent combination of quality, availability, and reasonable cost for this purpose. Investment-focused collecting has created demand for 1993P Jefferson nickels from collectors who view coins primarily as alternative investments, leading to preferences for certified examples with strong market records and broad collector appeal. Characteristics that make the 1993P attractive to this segment of the collecting community. Toning and eye appeal specialists seek 1993P Jefferson nickels that have developed attractive natural coloration over the years, with coins showing rainbow toning, deep blues and purples, or other appealing color patterns commanding premiums from collectors who prioritize visual impact over technical grade points. Error and variety collectors maintain interest in 1993P Jefferson nickels that show unusual characteristics such as die cracks, cuts, double dies, or other production anomalies, though major varieties are not currently known for this date, leaving room for future discoveries that could create significant excitement and value. Advanced collectors who focus on specific aspects of coin production, such as die states, striking characteristics, or surface qualities, often find 1993P Jefferson nickels interesting for their consistent production quality and the subtle variations that occur even within normal production parameters. Regional collecting groups sometimes focus on coins produced at specific mints, and Philadelphia mint specialists naturally include the 1993P Jefferson nickel in their collecting goals, contributing to the ongoing demand from collectors who appreciate the historical significance and production excellence of America's original mint facility. The authentication and anti-counterfeiting aspects of 1993P Jefferson nickel collecting have become increasingly important as values have risen, and sophisticated counterfeiting techniques have made it more challenging for collectors to identify genuine coins without proper knowledge and equipment. Genuine 1993P Jefferson nickels exhibit specific weight, diameter, and thickness characteristics that conform to U.S. mint specifications, and deviations from these standards can indicate counterfeits, altered coins, or damaged pieces that should be avoided by serious collectors who want to ensure the authenticity and long-term value of their collections. Surface characteristics of authentic 1993P Jefferson nickels include the distinctive appearance of the copper-nickel alloy, which has a specific color, reflectance, and magnetic properties that differ from other metals that counterfeiters might attempt to use in creating fake coins for sale to unsuspecting collectors. Edge details and reading patterns on Jefferson nickels, while not as prominent as on some other coin types, still provide authentication clues for experienced collectors who know what to look for and can distinguish between the precise, consistent edge treatment of genuine mint products versus the irregular or incorrect edge characteristics that often betray counterfeit coins. Next 1973D Jefferson nickel. What I'm about to reveal could completely change how you look at your pocket change forever. Welcome back, fellow collectors and coin enthusiasts, to another exciting episode where we uncover hidden treasures that could be worth serious money. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of America's most underrated and potentially valuable coins that collectors are absolutely going crazy for right now. And we're talking about a coin that could turn your ordinary 5-cent piece into hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity factors that most people completely overlook. This video is packed with insider knowledge, real auction results, and expert collector insights that could help you identify a genuine treasure hiding in your change jar. And I'm talking about the incredible 1973 Jefferson nickel that's making waves in today's red-hot numismatic market. Let's uncover the treasure that might be sitting right under your nose. The Jefferson nickel series represents one of the most enduring and historically significant coin designs in American numismatic history, first introduced in 1938 to replace the beloved Buffalo nickel and honor our nation's third president, Thomas Jefferson, a founding father whose contributions to American democracy and independence cannot be overstated. The design was created by Felix Schlag, a talented German-American sculptor and engraver who won a national competition organized by the United States Mint, beating out over 390 other submitted designs with his clean, dignified portrait of Jefferson that would grace American 5-cent pieces for decades to come. Schlag's design philosophy emphasized classical simplicity and democratic ideals, featuring Jefferson facing left on the obverse with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," prominently displayed, along with liberty and the year of mintage, while the reverse initially featured Monticello, Jefferson's beloved Virginia plantation and architectural masterpiece that he designed himself using neoclassical principles influenced by his travels in Europe. By 1973, the Jefferson nickel had been in continuous production for 35 years, establishing itself as a cornerstone of American coinage and becoming deeply familiar to generations of Americans who use these coins in their daily transactions. The year 1973 holds particular significance in American numismatic history, as it occurred during a period of intense economic transformation and monetary policy changes that would affect coin production, collector interest, and market dynamics for years to come. The Denver Mint, established in 1906 to serve the growing western United States, was operating at full capacity during this era, producing millions of coins to meet the demands of a rapidly expanding economy and growing population that required vast quantities of circulating coinage for commerce and trade. The D Mint Mark, which appears on the obverse of the coin to the right of Jefferson's portrait near the date, indicates that this particular nickel was struck at the Denver Mint facility, one of the most important and productive minting facilities in the United States mint system. The Denver Mint had built a reputation for producing high-quality coins with excellent strike characteristics, making Denver minted coins particularly attractive to collectors who appreciate superior craftsmanship and attention to detail in their numismatic acquisitions. During the early 1970s, the United States was experiencing significant economic changes, including inflation pressures, changing consumer spending patterns, and evolving monetary policies that would influence both coin production and collector behavior. Throughout the decade, the composition of the Jefferson nickel in 1973 consisted of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the same alloy that had been used since the series' inception in 1938, except for the wartime years 1942 to 1945 when silver was temporarily added to the composition due to strategic metal needs during World War II. This traditional copper-nickel composition gives the 1973 Jefferson nickel its characteristic silvery appearance and distinctive feel that collectors have come to associate with quality American 5-cent pieces. The minting process at Denver involves sophisticated machinery and quality control procedures that ensured consistent weight, diameter, and design elements, though variations in strike quality and surface preservation would later become crucial factors in determining individual coin values in the collector market. The economic context surrounding 1973 coin production included rising metal costs, increasing labor expenses, and growing awareness among the American public about coin collecting as both a hobby and investment opportunity, factors that would contribute to increased collector interest in contemporary issues like the 1973D Jefferson nickel. The artistic and design elements of the 1973D Jefferson nickel showcase Felix Schlag's masterful interpretation of America's third president, presenting Jefferson as a dignified statesman with classical features that reflect both historical accuracy and artistic excellence. The obverse design features Jefferson facing left, a departure from the traditional right-facing orientation of most American coin portraits, creating a unique and instantly recognizable profile that has become iconic in American numismatics. Jefferson's hair is rendered in flowing, classical style with careful attention to period-appropriate styling, while his facial features convey intelligence, determination, and the noble character befitting one of America's greatest founding fathers and political philosophers. The word liberty appears along the left rim of the coin in bold, easily readable lettering that reflects the fundamental American principle that Jefferson championed throughout his life. As a politician, diplomat, and intellectual leader, the date 1973 is positioned prominently in the lower right portion of the obverse, using numerals that are both practical for everyday use and aesthetically pleasing to collectors who appreciate well-designed typography in coin design. The mint mark D appears as a small but clearly defined letter, positioned to the right of Jefferson's portrait, serving as an important identifier for collectors and dealers who need to distinguish between coins produced at different mint facilities throughout the United States mint system. The phrase "In God We Trust" is inscribed along the right rim of the coin, reflecting America's spiritual heritage and the national motto that was added to Jefferson nickels in 1938 as part of the original design concept. The reverse of the 1973D Jefferson nickel features Monticello, Jefferson's architectural masterpiece and beloved home in Virginia, rendered with remarkable detail and precision that captures the neoclassical elegance of this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Schlag's interpretation of Monticello emphasizes the building's iconic dome, column portico, and symmetrical design elements that reflect Jefferson's sophisticated understanding of classical architecture and his appreciation for European design principles adapted to American sensibilities and materials. The building is presented in a three-quarter view that allows viewers to appreciate both the front colonnade and the famous dome that Jefferson added during his extensive renovations and improvements to the property throughout his lifetime. Above Monticello, the inscription Monticello appears in clear, readable lettering that identifies this architectural treasure for viewers who might not immediately recognize Jefferson's famous residence and the site where he wrote much of his correspondence and conducted important political and intellectual activities. The denomination 5 cents is displayed prominently below the building, using words rather than numerals in a design choice that adds formality and classical elegance to the coin's overall appearance while clearly indicating the coin's monetary value for users and collectors. The motto "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one, appears along the upper rim of the reverse, celebrating the unity and diversity that Jefferson and other founding fathers envisioned for the American nation. They were creating through revolutionary ideals and democratic principles. The composition of the 1973D Jefferson nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, creating an alloy that provides durability, resistance to corrosion, and the distinctive silvery appearance that collectors associate with quality American coinage throughout the 20th century and beyond. This composition weighs exactly 5.000 grams with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a thickness of 1.95 millimeters, specifications that have remained consistent throughout the Jefferson nickel series and provide important reference points for authentication and quality assessment by collectors, dealers, and professional grading services. The strike quality of Denver minted coins from this era typically exhibits sharp detail definition, full rim development, and excellent surface characteristics that make these coins particularly attractive to collectors who demand superior craftsmanship and visual appeal in their numismatic acquisitions. The minting process involved multiple striking operations using specially prepared dies and blanks that underwent quality control inspection to ensure consistent weight, proper alloy composition, and adherence to United States Mint specifications for circulating coinage. The surface finish of uncirculated examples displays the characteristic mint luster associated with freshly struck coins, ranging from brilliant white to subtle golden toning that develops naturally over time depending on storage conditions and environmental factors affecting long-term preservation. Professional coin graders evaluate 1973D Jefferson nickels using the internationally recognized Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70 with higher numbers indicating superior condition and greater collector desirability in today's competitive numismatic marketplace. Coins grading very good VG8 to VG10 show significant wear, but retain all major design elements and inscriptions, making them suitable for collectors seeking affordable examples of this date and mint mark combination. Fine condition coins F12 to F15 exhibit moderate wear, with clear definition of Jefferson's profile and Monticello's architectural features, representing excellent value for collectors building complete sets or seeking attractive examples without paying premium prices. For higher grade specimens, very fine examples VF20 to VF35 display light wear with most design details clearly visible and crisp inscriptions throughout, making them popular choices for collectors who appreciate superior quality without the expense associated with uncirculated examples. Extremely fine coins F-40 to EF45 show only slight wear on the highest points of the design, with sharp detail retention and excellent eye appeal that satisfies discriminating collectors seeking near-perfect examples for their numismatic portfolios. Uncirculated examples grading MS60 to MS70 represent the finest available examples, with complete mint luster, sharp strike characteristics, and surface preservation that appeals to serious collectors and investors seeking museum quality specimens for long-term holding and appreciation potential in today's active collector market. The 1973D Jefferson nickel was produced with a substantial mintage of $161 million for 105,000 pieces, reflecting the Denver Mint's capacity to meet the significant demand for 5-cent pieces required by America's expanding economy and growing population during the early 1970s economic expansion period. While this mintage figure might initially suggest common availability, the reality of coin survival rates tells a much more complex and interesting story that directly impacts collector demand and market values in today's numismatic marketplace, where condition rarity often trumps absolute rarity in determining desirability and investment potential. The vast majority of 1973D Jefferson nickels entered immediate circulation upon release, where they were subjected to the normal wear and tear associated with everyday commercial use, handling damage, and environmental exposure that gradually diminishes coin quality and collector appeal over the decades since original production. Circulated examples can still be found in pocket change occasionally, but finding specimens in superior condition becomes increasingly challenging as collectors and dealers continue to remove the finest examples from circulation through systematic searching and accumulation activities. The concept of condition rarity becomes particularly important when evaluating 1973D Jefferson nickels, as coins surviving in mint state condition represent only a small fraction of the original mintage, making high-grade examples significantly more valuable and desirable to collectors seeking superior quality for their numismatic investments and collecting activities. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified thousands of 1973D Jefferson nickels over the years, providing valuable population data that helps collectors and dealers understand relative scarcity across different grade levels and make informed decisions about acquisition priorities and market values. The certification process involves detailed examination by expert numismatists who evaluate strike quality, surface preservation, luster characteristics, and overall eye appeal using standardized grading criteria that ensure consistency and reliability. In the marketplace for certified coins, collector demand for 1973D Jefferson nickels stems from multiple factors, including their role in complete date and mint mark set building, their appeal to collectors specializing in Denver mint issues, and their attraction to investors seeking undervalued coins with appreciation potential in today's expanding numismatic market, where quality specimens continue to increase in value and collector recognition. The Jefferson nickel series maintains a dedicated following among collectors who appreciate the historical significance of honoring one of America's most important founding fathers, the artistic excellence of Felix Schlag's enduring design, and the accessibility of collecting a series that spans multiple decades of American economic and social development. Set completion represents a primary motivation for many collectors, as building a complete collection of Jefferson nickels by date and mint mark requires acquiring examples of each year and mint facility combination, making the 1973D an essential component of any comprehensive collection that serious numismatists strive to complete. With superior quality examples, the psychological satisfaction of completing sets drives consistent collector demand and provides underlying market support that helps maintain stable values and appreciation potential for key dates and popular mint mark combinations like the 1973D Jefferson nickel. Registry set competition through PCGS and NGC has created additional collector interest as participants compete to assemble the finest possible collections of Jefferson nickels with emphasis on superior grade and eye appeal that showcase the best available examples of each date and mint mark combination in the series. Modern collectors increasingly appreciate coins from the 1970s as representing affordable opportunities to acquire high-quality examples from their birth years or periods of personal significance, creating nostalgic appeal that supplements traditional numismatic interest and investment considerations. The current market for 1973D Jefferson nickels reflects growing collector awareness of condition, rarity, and the limited availability of superior quality examples that meet the standards demanded by today's sophisticated collectors and investors who seek coins with both historical significance and appreciation potential in their numismatic portfolios. Online auction platforms have increased market transparency and provided collectors with greater access to quality examples, while simultaneously demonstrating the premium prices that superior condition coins command when offered to knowledgeable collectors who recognize value and rarity in the current marketplace. Dealer networks continue to actively seek high-grade examples of 1973D Jefferson nickels to satisfy collector demand, often paying substantial premiums for coins that grade MS65 or higher with exceptional eye appeal and superior surface characteristics that distinguish them from more common lower-grade examples typically encountered in the marketplace. The integration of professional grading services into the collecting mainstream has created standardized quality benchmarks that help collectors make informed purchasing decisions, while providing confidence in coin authenticity and condition. Assessment that supports market liquidity and value stability over time. Comparing the 1973D Jefferson nickel to other dates and mint marks in the series reveals its position as a moderately available issue that becomes scarce in high grades, particularly when collectors seek examples with exceptional strike quality, full luster, and superior surface preservation that characterizes the finest available specimens in today's competitive collector market where quality commands premium prices and strong collector loyalty. Earlier dates in the Jefferson nickel series, particularly those from the 1930s and 1940s, generally command higher premiums due to lower survival rates and greater collector recognition, while later dates from the 1980s and beyond often trade at more modest premiums despite sometimes having lower actual mintage figures than the 1973D issue. The 1973D Jefferson nickel occupies an interesting middle position in the series timeline, representing coins produced during the mature period of the Jefferson nickel design, when minting technology had reached high levels of sophistication and quality control, yet before the massive mintage increases that characterize later decades when coin production expanded dramatically to meet growing economic demand. Professional authentication and grading have become increasingly important factors in the 1973D Jefferson nickel market, as collectors seek assurance that their coins are genuine examples, with accurate condition assessment and proper attribution. That supports market value and resale potential when building collections or making investment decisions in today's complex numismatic marketplace. Third-party grading services provide tamper-evident holders that preserve coin condition, while clearly displaying grade information and certification details that facilitate trading and establish market credibility for both buyers and sellers. Participating in the modern collector market where standardized grading has become essential for serious numismatic activity. The population reports published by major grading services offer valuable insights into the relative rarity of different grade levels, helping collectors understand which grades offer the best value proposition and investment potential based on current market conditions and historical price performance data that guides collecting decisions and acquisition strategies. Market trends in recent years have shown increasing appreciation for coins from the 1970s, as collectors recognize the historical significance of this decade in American economic development and seek examples that represent affordable opportunities to acquire high-quality coins with growth potential in their numismatic portfolios and collecting activities that span multiple decades of market participation and coin appreciation experience. The hobby demographics continue to evolve as younger collectors discover the appeal of Jefferson nickels through online communities, educational resources, and dealer promotional activities that highlight the accessibility and historical significance of this important American coin series that honors one of our nation's most influential founding fathers and political philosophers whose legacy continues to shape American democratic institutions and values. Investment considerations for 1973D Jefferson nickels focus primarily on condition rarity and the limited availability of superior quality examples that appeal to discriminating collectors willing to pay premium prices for coins that exhibit exceptional characteristics and market appeal in today's competitive numismatic environment, where quality consistently outperforms quantity in terms of value appreciation and collector demand over extended time periods. Identifying a genuine 1973D Jefferson nickel requires careful examination of several key features that distinguish the specific date and mint mark combination from other years and facilities in the Jefferson nickel series, beginning with verification of the date 1973, which should appear clearly and proportionally on the obverse of the coin, in the lower right area near Jefferson's portrait, where it can be easily read and authenticated by collectors and dealers familiar with proper topography and positioning. The mint mark D must be present on the obverse to the right of Jefferson's portrait, appearing as a clearly defined letter that indicates production at the Denver Mint facility. And collectors should be aware that the absence of a mint mark indicates Philadelphia production, while an S mint mark would indicate San Francisco production. During years when that facility was active in producing Jefferson nickels for circulation or collector purposes, authentication involves examining the overall design elements, including Jefferson's portrait details, the inscription Liberty along the left rim, "In God We Trust" along the right rim, and ensuring that all design elements match the authentic Felix Schlag design characteristics that have remained consistent throughout the Jefferson nickel series production since 1938, when the design was first implemented by the United States. Mint, the reverse design must display Monticello in proper detail, in proportion with the inscription Monticello above the building, 5 cents below, and E pluribus unum around the upper rim, all rendered in the authentic style and positioning that characterizes genuine Jefferson nickels from this era and mint facility. Condition assessment requires careful evaluation of wear patterns, surface preservation, and luster characteristics that indicate how much handling and circulation the coin has experienced since leaving the mint, with particular attention to high points of the design, including Jefferson's cheekbone and hair details on the obverse, and the dome and columns of Monticello on the reverse, where wear typically appears first and most prominently affects overall coin grade and collector appeal. Collectors should examine the coin under proper lighting conditions, using magnification when necessary to identify any surface problems, cleaning damage, or environmental issues that might affect desirability and market value, as these factors play crucial roles in determining final grade assessment and market acceptability among discriminating collectors who demand superior quality in their numismatic acquisitions. Proper storage and preservation techniques are essential for maintaining the condition and value of 1973D Jefferson nickels, particularly for high-grade examples that command premium prices in today's collector market, where surface preservation directly impacts desirability and investment potential over time. Coins should be stored in appropriate holders such as coin flips, airtight capsules, or certified grading service slabs that provide protection from environmental contaminants, handling damage, and atmospheric conditions that can cause toning, corrosion, or surface deterioration that diminishes both appearance and market value of quality numismatic specimens. Temperature and humidity control help prevent accelerated aging and chemical reactions that can affect coin surfaces, while proper handling techniques involving clean hands or cotton gloves minimize the risk of fingerprints, oils, and other contaminants that can permanently damage coin surfaces and reduce collector appeal in the long term. Professional grading and authentication through services like PCGS, NGC, or ANACS provide several important benefits, including expert condition assessment, tamper evidence storage, and market credibility that facilitates buying, selling, and trading activities among collectors who rely on standardized grading for their numismatic transactions and investment decisions. The grading process involves submission procedures, fees, and turnaround times that collectors should understand before committing coins for professional evaluation, while the resulting certified grades provide benchmark values that guide market activity and help establish fair pricing for both buyers and sellers participating in the modern numismatic marketplace. Building complete collections of Jefferson nickels by date and mint mark offers collectors the opportunity to assemble historically significant sets that span decades of American coinage while providing affordable entry points for new collectors and challenging completion goals for advanced numismatists seeking superior quality examples of each required date and mint mark combination. Acquisition strategies might include searching circulated coins for affordable examples, purchasing higher grade specimens from dealers and auction houses, or participating in online marketplaces where collectors can access broader inventories and competitive pricing for quality coins that meet their collection goals and budget parameters. The collector community provides valuable resources including clubs, online forums, price guides, and educational materials that help both new and experienced collectors make informed decisions about their 1973D Jefferson nickel acquisitions and overall collecting strategies that maximize enjoyment and investment potential, while building knowledge and expertise in American numismatics. Networking with other collectors, attending coin shows, and developing relationships with reputable dealers create opportunities to locate quality coins learn about market trends, and participate in the social aspects of coin collecting that enhance the overall hobby experience beyond simple acquisition and ownership of numismatic material. Market participation requires understanding current pricing trends, auction results, and dealer ask prices that establish fair market values for different grades and quality levels of 1973D Jefferson nickels, while staying informed about numismatic news and market developments helps collectors make timely decisions about buying, selling, or holding coins in their collections based on changing market conditions and personal collecting objectives that evolve over time with experience and knowledge acquisition. The modern marketplace offers multiple venues for acquiring 1973D Jefferson nickels, including local coin shops, regional and national coin shows, online auction platforms, dealer websites, and private collector-to-collector transactions that provide varying levels of selection, pricing, and service depending on collector preferences and specific acquisition goals that guide purchasing decisions and collection development strategies over time. Due diligence in any coin purchase involves verifying seller reputation, understanding return policies, confirming coin authenticity and grade accuracy, and ensuring fair pricing based on current market conditions and comparable sales data that establish realistic value expectations for specific coins and quality levels that meet collector requirements and investment criteria in today's active numismatic marketplace, where informed buyers consistently achieve better results than those who make impulsive or poorly researched purchasing decisions. The technological revolution in numismatics has created new opportunities for collectors to research, acquire, and enjoy their 1973D Jefferson nickels through online resources, digital photography, virtual coin shows, and electronic marketplaces that expand access to quality coins and collector information, while maintaining the traditional values and relationships that have always characterized the best aspects of coin collecting as both hobby and investment activity that spans generations of American families and numismatic enthusiasts. Photography and documentation help collectors maintain accurate records of their holdings, track market value changes, and share their collecting achievements with other enthusiasts through online communities and social media platforms that celebrate the hobby and encourage new participation in coin collecting activities that preserve American numismatic heritage while building personal collections that provide both educational value and investment potential for current and future generations of coin collectors and American history enthusiasts. Insurance considerations become important for valuable collections that include high-grade examples of 1973D Jefferson nickels and other numismatic material, requiring accurate appraisals, appropriate coverage levels, and proper documentation that protects against loss while ensuring adequate compensation in the event of theft, damage, or other covered events that might affect collection value and ownership continuity over time. Estate planning for coin collections involves consideration of family interests, tax implications, and disposition strategies that preserve collection integrity while providing for beneficiaries who may or may not share the collector's passion for numismatics, making professional guidance valuable for collectors whose 1973D Jefferson nickels and related holdings represent significant financial assets and personal legacy considerations that extend beyond simple hobby enjoyment to include family wealth preservation and transfer planning that benefits future generations. The educational value of collecting 1973D Jefferson nickels extends beyond numismatic knowledge to include American history, economics, metallurgy, art appreciation, and cultural understanding that enriches collector experience while providing learning opportunities that span multiple academic disciplines and practical skills that benefit collectors throughout their lives and collecting careers that often begin with simple curiosity and develop into serious scholarly pursuits and investment activities that provide both personal satisfaction and financial benefits over extended time periods. In today's active coin market, collectors are willing to pay premium prices for superior examples of the 1973D Jefferson nickel that exhibit exceptional quality, outstanding eye appeal, and investment-grade characteristics that distinguish them from more common examples typically available in the marketplace, where discriminating buyers seek coins that meet their exacting standards for condition, authenticity, and long-term appreciation potential in their carefully assembled numismatic portfolios. You could be sitting on a coin worth hundreds of dollars or even more, if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade example of this fascinating piece of American numismatic history that continues to attract serious collector attention and investment interest in today's competitive marketplace, where quality Jefferson nickels from the 1970s represent excellent opportunities for both new and experienced collectors seeking coins with historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and growth potential that has characterized the best numismatic investments throughout the decades. Since coin collecting became recognized as both legitimate hobby and serious investment activity that appeals to Americans from all walks of life and economic backgrounds who appreciate the combination of history, artistry, and financial opportunity that defines quality coin collecting in the modern era. These coins are not just historical artifacts representing America's third president and his architectural masterpiece Monticello, but they are valuable assets that smart collectors and investors are actively seeking in today's auction market, where superior examples consistently outperform expectations and demonstrate the enduring appeal of well-preserved American coins that honor our national heritage, while providing tangible investment returns for those who recognize quality and value in the numismatic marketplace, where knowledge and patience typically reward collectors with both personal satisfaction and financial success over time. If you're a collector or investor, now is the perfect time to seriously consider adding a high-quality 1973D Jefferson nickel to your portfolio, as these coins continue to demonstrate steady appreciation and growing collector recognition that supports long-term value growth and investment potential in a market where American coins from the 1970s are increasingly appreciated by collectors who understand their historical significance and recognize their position in the broader context of American numismatic development that spans centuries of coinage evolution and artistic achievement. Check your change, dig through your drawers, examine those old coin collections, and search anywhere you might have stored coins over the years, because you never know what's hiding there waiting to be discovered by collectors who recognize the potential value and historical significance of coins like the 1973D Jefferson nickel that represent affordable opportunities to own genuine pieces of American history while participating in the exciting world of numismatic collecting and investment that has enriched the lives of millions of Americans throughout our nation's history and continues to provide educational, cultural, and financial benefits for those who approach coin collecting with knowledge, patience, and appreciation for the artistry and history that each coin represents, in the grand narrative of American economic and cultural development that spans from our founding through the present day and into the future, where coins like the 1973D Jefferson nickel will continue to serve as tangible links to our past and valuable assets for those wise enough to recognize their significance and potential in the ever-evolving world of American numismatics, where tradition meets innovation and history provides the foundation for future collecting and investment success that benefits both individual collectors and the broader numismatic community that preserves and celebrates our nation's coinage heritage for current and future generations to enjoy and appreciate. Consider yourself lucky if you're holding a 1973D Jefferson nickel in superior condition. That's making headlines in today's collector market, because this coin represents everything that serious numismatists love about American coinage: historical significance, honoring one of our greatest founding fathers; artistic excellence, and Felix Schlag's enduring design; Denver mint quality that collectors have come to expect and demand. An investment potential that has already begun to demonstrate itself in auction results and dealer transactions throughout the country, where knowledgeable collectors are paying premium prices for quality examples that meet their exacting standards for condition, eye appeal, and long-term appreciation potential in carefully assembled collections that represent both personal passion and smart investment strategy. In today's dynamic numismatic marketplace, where the 1973D Jefferson nickel continues to prove itself worthy of serious collector attention, an investment consideration for anyone seeking to own a piece of American history, while participating in the rewarding hobby of coin collecting that has provided education, enjoyment, and financial benefits for generations of American families and numismatic enthusiasts who understand the unique combination of history, artistry, and investment opportunity that defines the very best of American coin collecting tradition and modern marketplace success.